Alhamdulillah for everything.
Alhamdulillah.
Fina or loss, Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah, everything God gave me.
Hello guys, hope you're all doing well. I'm in here with that NH2, and today we've got Kraig Noel-McLeod in the building. How are you, brother?
Good man, you alright?
Yeah, good man, nice to see you.
Yeah.
Cool. So, I'm sure you all know K-Mac, you've seen the stuff he's done on social media, you've seen the skits, behind the scenes, everything in the football world and off. So, do you want to introduce yourself to the viewers?
Yes, guys, I'm sure you've seen me, surprisingly. I'm Kraig, the gaffer, some people like to call me. I'm just here telling a story, man, and it's a pleasure to be on the podcast. Let's go.
Cool. So, with all my guests, I like to start from the beginning, right? So, little Kraig,
Yeah.
where did you grow up? What got you into where you are today?
So I grew up in a small place called Kingsbury, near Wembley. It's NW9 postcode. First started playing football just on the streets, really. Literally on the streets, on my road. That's where all the techers were. I actually went into Sunday League very late. So there's about 4 of my friends, and we just used to, I don't know, man, just kick the ball outside, hit cars.
Smash windows.
Yeah. 60 seconds. Yeah. That's
Headers
about
and
it.
volleys.
Yeah, like, looking back, yeah, that's where all the skills were made. All the techers, man. All the techers.
That's where all the, like you said, all the skills are made. All the ballers
Exactly.
come from street ball, cage ball.
Yeah, exactly.
Said this. All my guests, they've mentioned like cage ball as well. Like that's where the technical stuff happens.
Exactly.
So, with all the street ball, you said obviously.
Yeah.
Let's go right into it.
Yeah.
So, were you introduced to football by your parents, or was it just a street thing? Everyone does it, so you do it.
Back. How was I introduced to football? I think it was just playing outside, but I don't know how I was introduced to football. I think first it was some on my road, and then we went to like Power League used to do like Saturday sessions. They used to host it. I used to go every Saturday, and I think from there I just went crazy. I think I started at like 6, and from there, yeah, it was just football. All of us used to play, yeah, non-stop football, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was more on people introducing it to me myself. So yeah.
See all the older kids doing it, and then you want to do it.
Yeah, they support Chelsea, so I support Chelsea. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah,
It's good.
I ain't a follower, but yeah, that's how it is.
You take bits from.
Yeah, I took bits, bro. I took bits.
Cool. And with like family, were they into football, or was it just like you're the first one, or?
Yeah, I was the first one. Yeah, no one was really into football like that. Yeah, nah. Yeah, it wasn't like that at all. Here and there, but nowhere near like what you'd expect.
You're the
I was
revolutionary.
first. Yeah.
The special one.
Yeah, and the start.
Yeah. And so that was when you were kind of 6, 7, 8 years old.
Yeah.
And then you obviously had school, primary
Yeah.
school. You played probably primary school football, I'm guessing.
Oh, school football, can't beat that. Can't beat that. School football, I used to love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's where it was as well. In school, football was big. Lunchtime matches. They were like, that's
I was
Champions
gonna say
League.
that. Yeah.
you had to-
UCL final right there.
Yeah, you had to be on your A game, man.
Yeah.
Had to be on your A game.
And did you play for like your school, and then you got spotted through there,
I
or?
played for my school.
Yeah.
I represented my school. I couldn't wait for those games. Leaving class early. Yeah,
Getting called up.
yeah.
You stand
Called
up.
It was special time.
Yeah. And did you have any like interests apart from football? Or was that kind of your life at that age?
No, I used to do performing arts, which helps with the skits.
Yeah.
I used to sing, so I had a lot of interests. Like, I was I like to express myself. Obviously, football's an expression. Performing arts, I was into like, acting and stuff, and singing. So yeah, I did have other interests. It wasn't, but football was my life. But I did
Yeah.
have other talents.
Yeah,
Do
exactly.
you know what I mean?
And that's the thing, like you said, arts, like football is an art,
Exactly.
and it helps you, like you express yourself on the pitch, you express yourself off the pitch,
Exactly.
and
Exactly.
not many people do it now.
Yeah.
They're
I'm
all
not
just
like the guys in Brazil. Like, football's my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, football, nah. But at the time, it was. So yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. And obviously, we've talked about primary school now, and with school in general, were you ever like academic, or were you just like the kind of art side?
Do you know what?
Maths and science?
I was all right. Maths, nah. Maths,
Yeah.
no. Maths is one of them things where I tried. I even got a tutor when it came to GCSE level, and it was not happening. It was not happening, bro. Maths, to this day.
One going.
Yeah. ChatGPT.
Yeah, ChatGPT carries.
Happy it's come around.
Yeah, even now, like all the uni, like I can't remember people doing a single bit of work.
By themselves.
Ever since ChatGPT came out, 1,500 word essays sorted.
ChatGPT, yeah.
Back in my day.
Back in my day, we had to write lines, we had to write on a paper. And no ChatGPT, tell you that for sure. But yeah.
I can't remember the last time I wrote. So everything's just
I need to do this and I need to do that.
typing.
And can you make the email informative and consultative? Bosh.
I remember my first lecture, like when I came in, I thought I was like, I'm gonna lock in. I brought like a book.
Yeah.
I didn't even bring my laptop. I just opened up a book, looked at the lecture, took notes.
Don't need that.
Yeah, people looking at what's this caveman doing? They all had their IMAX, everything. Like,
Bro.
nah.
Game's changed.
I know.
Game's gone.
Yeah, and obviously back then it was. I'm not trying to make it as
Back then.
back in your
25. Bloody hell.
back in your day with like football and everything.
Yeah.
Would you say there's a difference to how it is now?
Soccer.
The S word.
Yeah. What do you mean by that?
So basically, kind of like when you were in your academies, you know, in your trials and everything, is it still the same kind of process, or has it developed? Has it gotten worse?
I'd say it's probably easier to get scouted because of word of mouth, and more games are recorded. So if you think about it back then,
Video.
there was replay analysis, but not every non-league team or younger age group had access to video footage. So it's more of a case of people had to come down and really watch you in person, see you play. Nowadays, scouts from different teams talk. You've got video access, you've got clips. It's a bit easier to get an idea of a player.
Yeah.
So in that aspect, I'd say it's different for sure. And I feel like there's more. I don't know. There's more support in terms of like players understand they have to go and play non-league now. Before I didn't understand that.
Everyone thought of it like
academy,
end of the world.
Academy,
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the main difference for me. But yeah, there's more showcase teams as well.
Yeah.
Again, that's connections. How much do I believe in showcase teams? I don't know. But yeah.
Sometimes I feel like it's just a bit of a parade kind of.
Yeah. I'm not too sure. Maybe because I didn't have to do it myself, so I can't really comment on that.
You got to experience it.
Yeah, you've got to experience it, and someone else can tell you a different story. Do you know what I mean? But yeah.
And with the whole like scouting thing, like you mentioned, do you think for you to get scouted when you were younger, it's a lot harder than now?
I think once you're around the right people, so I was around the right person who had contacts. So whether he took me to his club or he took me somewhere else, he generally wanted the people that he was coaching to go to a club. So I think to answer that question, it just depends who you're around, and that's what it's like mostly in life and football. It's about who you know and who they know, and who they know and who they know, and
that's
so on.
true.
So, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in that case, I was just around the right people, which is a blessing. You know what I mean? But I still had to prove myself. Do you know what I mean?
Of course, yeah. And the whole thing with life as well. I mean, it's pretty deep thing, but life pretty much is walking into the room and saying the right thing.
Exactly.
Like, I don't know where I saw it, but
timing.
Exactly, yeah. Let's say with, I don't know, a podcast.
Yeah.
I could just say the right thing and then sort it. Or like politicians, they walk in the room, not to get too political here, but they walk in the room, say the right thing, and then, oh, this guy's good, you know, let's vote for him.
Yeah.
Or, you know, doctor, he says the thing you want to hear.
And he's like, yeah.
You know?
It's true. Or doing the right thing on the pitch as well.
Exactly,
that a coach likes, so yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and
right.
Fine. 1 point. Yeah. That's 1 point. And with football, how you you said obviously primary school, this, that, and then when you made the next step into like actually, you know, this could be my career, this could be my life.
Yeah.
What led to that?
So I think playing for Brent was a key, like that was key in my career.
Yeah.
Reason being is because district football was quite big at the time, so that's where like players were still playing their academies but still play on a Saturday for their districts. So you're mixing with actual, these are the ballers now. Do you know what I mean? Like the
cream
ballers.
of the crop.
Yeah. Playing for Brent was like, I represent my borough. Do you know who I am? Like there's the school and there's the borough. Like, do you know who I am? And then that's obviously where I met the Norwich scout who was my coach. He's the best ever, by the way. And I must have been away in Italy before I was going into year 7, And he goes, yeah, he tells my mum, yeah, Norwich Development. Just start for the development centre, and he'll be going to the academy soon. And I found out whilst I was away, I was like, the heck? My mum was like, Norwich? Like, what do you mean Norwich? Like, you know how far it is? Norwich? Yeah. And then the scout literally had to beg her to comply.
Yeah.
It was because she was like, no, it's too far. My son going to Norwich. Nah. And obviously, because of how it was, it then, you know, worked out and ended up getting signed. But yeah.
Yeah, that's tough as well.
Yeah, it was.
For her and for you.
For me now, I'm like, let me get the tracksuit, let me get everything, let me go
Norwich
down
gear.
there. Yeah, bro, let me go down and show some skill.
Yeah. Did you ever miss home though? Because
I didn't stay up there. So
up and down every day. Or?
Yeah, we used to travel like once a week. We used to leave school early, day release. Another pleasure.
Yeah.
Yes, I got to go, you know. And travel down there with a group of us, guys from all over London. Get the train from Liverpool Street. Get to training and do 2 sessions in that day. They gave us schoolwork, but I was not doing that.
I'm just here to play.
Yeah, I'm just here to play. Plan A and Plan A only, and then went back up the same evening. So like, yeah, it's a long day.
Day out, yeah.
Yeah, but it was a good day. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you think that's like sustainable doing that over the whole year?
No.
Just one day or?
No. There was players that actually went to boarding school.
Okay.
I didn't want to go to boarding school.
Yeah, it's too long. But
yeah. Although, there was only certain people that got chosen, so you had to really put your name down first.
Yeah.
I wasn't showing interest in that, so that's why I probably didn't go.
What's it like there though? Is it like all the fancy stuff there? Or
What, in the school?
in the boarding school, yeah.
I went to have a look at it. It's kind of a bit like here.
Hogwarts.
Yeah. It's like, yeah. It's I didn't really get a good like gauge of it, but the gauge I got was like, nah, this won't be for me.
Yeah, no, fair.
I can stay where I am.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
With Loughborough as well, like it's literally is Hogwarts. Like you got the athletes this side, you got the science people this side, you got all the buildings and everything. And so many players have been here like to play.
Yeah.
Have you ever been here? You know people that come here?
No, but I knew a man called Richard Allen. Like he was a scout at QPR, like not a scout, head of academy, and I think he was doing something here at Loughborough. He's really good. So yeah, and I know like Derby used to play here.
Yeah, they do. Nottingham on 21 now as well.
Okay, nice.
It used to be Derby, now it's Nottingham.
Nottingham, yeah. It's a nice facility. I saw the pitch as well. Like, yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, everyone's like has been here at some point to do like something. So
yeah. England used to come here, didn't they?
Yeah. Everyone, bro.
Yeah. Nice.
Let's talk about kind of academy as well. Like you said, Norwich.
Yeah.
That wasn't your first experience, was it?
Nah.
What was your first kind of like experience with the academy world?
Okay, so this is the shock, yeah. I come back from school one day, normal day at school, and my mum's like, yeah, you're going down to Arsenal. I'm thinking, Arsenal, bro. And I got scouted as a striker. These times at Brent, I was actually like scoring goals. I was doing well, but I was just enjoying myself.
Yeah.
And Arsenal, bro, it was crazy because I went to training and I went alongside a man called Dominic Thompson, who's now at Kilmarnock. But he went through the ranks at Arsenal, to be fair. And the shock was, when I went to training, they were doing some complex stuff, man. Complex stuff. They had players like Smith Rowe, what's his name? Jadon Anthony, who's now at, is he at Leeds or Bournemouth now? No, he's at Leeds now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Obviously Reece Nelson, all of them. And they were great players. But the training they were doing, for a guy like me, coming out from like the district and Sunday League, it was complex. So like they're doing mannequin drills, the passing patterns, and I was like a session wrecker. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And to be fair, all they asked me when I joined is, can you pass? And I was so nervous. Like I was at Arsenal, right? All these balls, I was so nervous that, you know, it didn't go to plan. When it started to go to plan, it was a bit too late. But it was a great experience because I was like, okay, this is the level. This is the level, bro.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Everyone talks, so like I had a guest previously, Jordan.
Yeah.
He told me as well about Arsenal, like the stuff they do, it has to be to the millimetre. Like not centimetre, millimetre, like it has to be precise passing, this, that, very different to Sunday League or district football. And in terms of that, training at Arsenal and compared to kind of your district, your local football, what was kind of the main differences?
Speed, intensity, the players were a lot more confident. Like they had a bit of a swag about them.
Yeah.
So you had to really go there and own it. But everyone was so fast, like, yeah, and just the coaches as well. They were like, not to say my other coaches weren't the same, but they were just on it, like on it.
On your case always.
Yeah, attention to detail, the passing, the simple passes that you think are just simple. You had to pay so much attention to how you actually pass. It was just a shock to the system at the time, man. It was a shock to the system.
Yeah, but sometimes you need that. Though.
Yeah, it was a great shock, man.
Yeah, and who were some people in that age group? Because I think you're on like the golden generation, the Arsenal age group.
Yeah. So, it was Reece Nelson. That was Emile Smith-Rowe.
Were they playing there already, or was it like they were invited as well?
They were playing there already. They
already got their spot.
Yeah, Jaden Anthony, and he was always helping me when I was like, oh, you know when you're like the first in the queue and you don't really get the drill.
You got to look at the guy behind.
Yeah, bro, like, what do I do? Like, what do I do? And yeah, he was quite good. But yeah, they were names to name a few.
With the Arsenal, how you said it didn't go to plan.
Yeah.
What didn't go to plan? Did you just didn't adapt as quick in that hour or in those couple of hours, or?
So you see, when you're going on trial at a place, yeah, first impressions they matter so much. Like, and even for yourself, like if you go there and you have a first great session, you can then kick on. But at that young age, if you don't, then it's like, oh, you kind of step back. You're like, oh, maybe I'm not good enough. You kind of let other people do the thing, yeah. But without you realizing, you're like, okay, I'm just gonna play my role here because I'm not the best here. Do you know what I mean? So I think it was just the timing. But it was good to get that exposure. But that was levels, man. That was levels.
I know, yeah.
That was levels.
Sometimes like all you have to be is just around them. Yeah. You see what it's like.
Yeah.
And then you obviously know what you did right, you know what you did wrong.
Yeah.
And you learn from it.
Exactly.
And
exactly.
Did you get the news that kind of like Arsenal were like, oh, we're not going to sign you, or how did it work?
It was more we'll keep tabs on you. We'll keep tabs on you, you know that one?
We'll message you if something pops up.
Yeah, we'll keep tabs on you. But I think they meant that because the coach that got me there, well, not got me there, my brain coach, who was well
recommended,
connected, he always used to say, like, to coach, like to scouts, I'm not the best trainer. I wasn't the best trainer at the time. Like, my training at the time was I was just soaking in information. I wouldn't necessarily perform in training. But if you have a look at me in a match, it'd be a different situation.
Different story.
Yeah.
That's for some people as well. Like, in training, they're not. You hear all these stories, you know, in training, they're not the best, or they don't look focused. But when it comes to it, like, when the pressure's high, when it really matters, like, you step up.
Yeah.
And was that kind of what you thought you were, like, you're the guy that, on training, you know, you give your best, obviously, but it doesn't show as much compared to a game, like, real-life scenario?
So that observation wasn't actually... It wasn't something I noticed until he actually said it.
Because you were younger, weren't you?
Yeah, and it's just like, sometimes, remember, you're doing drills, and for some players like myself, it's kind of hard to get your head around some drills. It doesn't mean you don't understand the game, but it's kind of hard to get your head around that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was just that, really. I was just soaking everything in to then go and implement it in the game, because I would implement stuff in a game.
Yeah.
But I think I used to overthink drills at that age. Like I was sharp in terms of IQ, but when it comes to drills, even now when you explain something to me, I have to see it like 3 or 4 times.
Visualize,
yeah, and then I'll get it. So I wouldn't say much has changed on that front. But yeah.
That's the thing with overthinking. Like, that's the biggest killer.
Yeah.
It's not being smart.
Yeah.
Right. The worst thing is overthinking, because some people that, kind of from what I've seen, not just football, like in my experience as well that I've seen, some people that are doing best in whatever they're in, they're the ones that are slightly, you know, not dumb, but like they don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
They just get it done with. Like, the people that are smart, you know, A stars and you know, in chemistry, biology, all these sciences, all these maths, they're the ones not doing as good as they should be, because they're like, what if?
But that's like TikTok. So before I start making the videos, there's a lot of procrastination that goes into it. But then I see people say, oh, whatever you want is on the other side of cringe, or like, whatever you want is on the other side of comfortability. And one day I just thought, let me just do it and then look at the views.
Screw it, yeah.
Look at the views. Like, I get so much messages from people saying, bro, I've been through the exact situation. It's like we're living the same life. Even some of the comments, like, people like, we're living the same life. And I was like, you literally just have to press play.
I know, yeah. That's the thing with, like, content. Like, so many people watch but hardly like. You've heard the argument, creator consumer.
Yeah.
Which one are you? You got to choose the two.
Exactly.
So, creator or consumer?
So now that I've started making videos, as you know, it's time consuming.
You've got to be, yeah.
You have to scroll to see what's going on, but I do dedicate time to. I wouldn't say I scroll a lot.
Strategic.
Yeah, I'm not
strategic scrolling.
Not even strategic. Sometimes I'll sit back and I can enjoy it. I laugh at everyone's things.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily football stuff as well. I don't really watch a lot of football stuff.
Yeah.
I'd say I'm creator more now. I wouldn't. It's a bit strange referring to myself as a content creator.
Yeah, I'm a creator.
I'm a content creator, but I guess I am now a content creator.
Yeah.
Which is mad. I just like to entertain, man.
Yeah.
Like to entertain.
What happens in your life generally? You just put it out there, like in terms of this, not your life, but like experiences and stuff, because people are going to relate to it, but hardly anyone does it. So that's why you kind of stand out more.
I think it's just my brain, because what I'm necessarily doing isn't bad. I'm not name dropping anyone. It's just me. I'm telling a story.
Mm-hmm.
So anything I think of, and if I can put a spin on it, because at the end of the day, people want to laugh, right? There's deep videos, like the deep videos I put out there. They don't get as much views as the funny stuff.
People want to see fun, yeah.
And it is a negative situation, but I'm putting a funny spin on it, which kind of you meet people in the middle. Do you know what I mean? What's the question again?
I forgot. I'm saying, like in terms of your experiences, because loads of people related to it.
Yeah.
They just want to see at least someone do it.
Yeah. So, like these situations happen all the time, and I think of it in my head, and like this stuff's actually funny. Like the way these situations are hilarious, and I'm so thankful for them. So why not look back and laugh, and then put the stories out? Because at the end of the day, it's just a game. It also happens outside of football as well. And some things you just can't change. So it's not necessarily me saying everything has to change, but it's me saying this is how football is.
Let's acknowledge it.
Yeah, let's acknowledge it, and let's all relate through trauma. You know what I mean?
Collect in the middle.
Exactly. Let's create some form of community here.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And in terms of social media as well, when you first started, right? Because I've had like conversations, people similar to you. They do kind of football videos.
Yeah.
Sunday League mic'd up, everything, right? When you first started, was there kind of some difficulty? Because like maybe people see like, what are you doing? Like, Kraig, were you doing this? Are you doing that? Up until it started working.
No, because it kind of took off quite fast in terms of that. Like, I started doing boxing ones. Boxing, because obviously, do I box? What should I say? I box.
Recreation.
Yeah, I've had a fight, but I train with amateurs. So I'm in the gym. That's
what
I'm in the gym.
That's the word, yeah.
Yeah, so there's a few bits of banter. I like to watch boxing as well that we tried, but boxing isn't as mainstream as football.
Yeah, of course.
So boxing was getting like 1,000 views, and I was happy with even 1,000. I'm still happy with 1,000 views today. But we went into football. I was like, why don't I just tell a story? I put my Norwich jacket on, acted like a gaffer,
reenact it.
Exactly, and I was like, we ain't got budget. And that one took off, and that wasn't really a serious one. It was messing around, it took off at the time. And I thought, why not just keep telling the story? And I think so people are like, oh, Kraig, I love your videos. Like even people I don't know, I love your videos, and I always make sure to ask, what is it you like about it? Because
take notes. Yeah,
for me, why I think it works now is because it's kind of genuine. It's I'm not forcing it. Like it's a genuine story.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I relay that message really well through the camera. Like, I'm genuine. I don't just post about the good times. It's also the negative times. I'm very open about the process. Like, social media, it's easy to just, talk about the great stuff that happens. But the fact that I'm openly relaying stuff that's happening to me, I feel like connects with people.
You put a twist on it as well.
Exactly. Because a lot of people, or social media nowadays, is just based on positive and the sunshine and the rainbows.
Good.
It's not like that. And there's no problem in going through the tough times. There's no problem at all because people see the end product.
So either way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But they don't see what's in between and what people have to take. And then I think it's refreshing that even parents can see that, oh, wow, this actually happens to other people. And it gets sent around and it's like, yeah, Dad, see, I told you this happened.
The WhatsApp group chat.
Yeah, literally.
Does numbers.
Exactly. Yeah, I told you this happens. And it's like, it's quite refreshing.
Yeah.
To know that I'm not talking rubbish.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing as well with like I said earlier, with the relatable, because everyone posts good stuff.
Yeah.
I post, all my podcast skips are like, I did this, I did that.
Yeah.
but like the stuff that people go through, no one talks about because they think it's a bad thing. But
exactly,
in reality, if you put it out there and show them that, you know, this happened, I got released when I was younger, or this happened, this coach, this blah blah blah, right? When they see it, they know, okay, it's not just me.
Yeah.
And then they know what to do about it.
Exactly.
The worst thing is silence.
Exactly.
That's what I think, personally. But yeah, and in terms of your setup, right? This is I'm gonna throw this question in.
Yeah.
Do you keep it simple? So many people, like I said earlier, with overthinking. They say, "Oh, I need to get this camera. I need to get that." Do you just do phone? You just have a think, pop on your Norwich tracksuit, or?
Yeah, keep it simple, man. I think, you know, I was having a conversation with you know, Abs, the guy that's always getting grilled by the gaffer. He's really great. Like without him, I haven't done anything with TikTok yet, but without him, it wouldn't be possible. And I was having this conversation where, like, sometimes he's like, we need to get down to a pitch. I work full time, right? And especially when it gets dark early, I can't always go down to a pitch. Do you know what I mean?
Especially this winter as well.
And yeah, exactly. And I also think what makes the videos good is where it is. You just back out the camera, put the jacket on, and it's anywhere. What matters is the conversation between the player and the gaffer. And I think the fact that it's not like exactly, it's not got the best aesthetics. Like, I think that's what
raw content.
Yeah, it's very raw. I think that's what's relating with people. It's very raw. I'm gonna speak to the gaffer after training.
That's it.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. And I think that's what makes it better than something that's, you know, set up great. Because like football, you'll speak to the gaffer in the car park. You can speak to him anywhere. Doesn't really matter. Do you know what I mean? For me, what matters really is the message. Of course, as time goes on, and I have more time in my hands, I'll go to like
tweak a few things.
Yeah, tweak a few things.
Norwich training ground, car park.
Yeah, a bit more like direction. Yeah. But I kind of catch them off guard as well, like especially when I get other people down, like a lot of my other friends who supported. I catch them off guard because my brain's a bit tapped. Like, I'm thinking of stuff on the spot and I'll blurt something out. And on the odd occasion, we got to do it again. A lot of them are one take. But when I blurt something out, when I start shouting and I say a certain phrase, I catch them off guard. I literally just give them a camera.
Yeah.
I'm like, let me just talk.
Let me talk.
Yeah, let me talk. But I'm like, let's improvise here.
Yeah.
I'm going to say something, but however you feel like the best way is to respond. If I've got a response for them, I'll tell them.
Yeah.
So it just flows, man. It's chemistry at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's good. That's the thing you can't teach as well. You can have all the scripts, but if you speak from your heart, you know how it works.
Yeah.
And let's go back to academies now.
All
so
right.
we mentioned Norwich.
Yeah.
Also, QPR as well. Was that before? Was that after? That's more local as well, isn't it?
QPR. So I went to QPR just before Norwich, and the coach I had at the time, he was also a coach in my area, like a coach called Fitz. I love Fitz, but he wasn't sure about me at the start. He weren't sure about me again because in training I wasn't the best trainer. So the guy Jay Marshall, who's head of recruitment at Norwich, head of London recruitment at Norwich, great guy. He's the guy that I'm thankful for. He made me.
Bless you.
He's a god in football. That guy. He's a god in football, Jay. He kept convincing the guy, look, Craig's not the best trainer, but if you put him in the match, I'm telling you,
he'll cook.
Yeah, something along those lines. I think QPR was stalling a bit, and then that's when I went to Norwich. Then I went to QPR after Norwich, so I got rejected from QPR first.
Is it?
Yeah, then I went to Norwich, who QPR are Cat 2.
Yeah.
And Norwich are Cat 1. So I ended up signing for a better academy.
Better, yeah.
Which happens a lot, by the way. And then I went to QPR. So when I got released from Norwich, which the communication there was mad. Like I think I found out, not even by phone call, bro. I don't want to say how I found out.
It's got a letter.
Yeah, because it's no hard feelings.
Yeah, of course.
It's no hard feelings at all. Let me not put it out there. It's not like, oh my God, how can they do that? Like, no. It just, me and my mum saw the letter. And then obviously we called the scout that we had at Norwich. And then he was like, yeah, this is the case. But the communication was a bit like, and I had to go back to school. Yeah, I had to go back to school. I was lifeless. So I was like, who am I, bro? And that kid with a tracksuit no more. People started to find out. I was like, shit, I need a team, bro. I need a team. And then one day I woke up, and then my mum, something was wrong with her phone at the time. Something was wrong with her phone at the time, and we had Reading saying come down, and this was the morning. Southampton and QPR.
The whole triangle.
Yeah, man.
Split.
And the funny thing was, QPR and Southampton were played against each other on the same day. So I had to decide who to play for. And I was like, you know what, QPR, basically, the thing with QPR is, my mum grew up in like West London, and I'm Caribbean, and that's where a lot of the Windrush generation settled in.
Yeah.
So I had a lot of family in Shepherd's Bush, like Ladbroke Grove. So playing for QPR was a special thing. So I was like, let's go down to QPR.
Part of the community.
Exactly. And see what that's like. And by half time, I got signed straight away. So it was a smooth transition, which was great. I could breathe.
Yeah, fine. Relax.
Yeah. Got the tracksuit. Been there, done that. Yeah.
Got 2 now.
Yeah.
One of them stolen valor, one of them you can wear properly. Yeah. And how did that game go? Was it just like a regular game? You scored. Were you up front or left wing or?
Centre half.
Yeah, because that's the question as well. How do you go from playing up front to being put centre back?
So for me, as a big guy, sound like a Cockney there. For me, as a big guy,
it's big gauge.
I was always quite good. Like I had good feet. With the ball, I had good feet. Like I was light on my feet. I was quite nimble. Usually, like big players are clumsy. I was never that. Still never that. Don't know why, but maybe it's like the amount of time I spent with a ball. When I was
cage balls coming back.
Yeah, exactly. And I played left wing Sunday League. To be honest, for Brent, I was centre mid. But I think when I went down to Norwich, they wanted to play out from the back. Mm-hmm. So they wanted people that could really handle the ball. Of course, I've got good physical attributes as well. And yeah, that going to centre back is probably because I was big.
They just slapped you.
I'll be honest. That's
big guy going back.
It's a struggle sometimes. Like you really got to have emphasis on I'm not a centre back. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I kind of got bullied into playing centre back. I'll be real.
Shameful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Were you still slapping goals though at centre back?
No, I wasn't a goal scorer. I had a great like shot on me, a great power shot on me, and I kind of lost it. Kind of got coached out because I was never doing it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, that's how I ended up at centre back. The game itself for QPR didn't actually go that well. I actually made a mistake that led up to a goal. But the message here was the game. Like I did play well for most of the game, just made a mistake. And when you're a defender, you know what happens. Yeah. But the message is when you've got a good scout, they scout for potential. So when they can see that you've got potential, that's what they need to do because it's the coach's job to then coach you. They don't scout for the fit final product. So that's what happened there. Like I did play well. Obviously, I played at a high level before, like higher level Cat 1 football. So they know I can play.
Yeah.
So the game didn't go 100% well. I'll say I was like a 7.5 out of 10. But yeah, they didn't hesitate to sign me.
Yeah, that's the thing as well. We need to clip what you said earlier. They scout for potential, not finished product.
Yeah, that's what people don't understand.
Like, you're young. You're what, 12, 13, 14?
These times I was like 13, yeah. And you don't. Players always make the mistake to think, at that age, how can you be the final product at that age? You don't have to be the best player. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, even at 20, 21, like, still plenty of time for growth.
To get coached, do you know what I mean? Like, people want to be like the next Rashford. Like, they think he's like one in like thousands of players in the UK, bro. It doesn't really work like that all the time. You have to make a debut at like, what? How old was he? Like,
young.
Yeah, young, man.
Teenage.
Yeah.
And even at his age now, like, he can still improve plenty.
Exactly.
Like, even though he's had a hard couple of years, but he can still plenty of time. Like he's got a coach. Yeah. That's what matters.
Yeah.
And with you as well, with coaching.
Yeah.
If you had to like analyze yourself now, when you were 13, 14, what would you say were your strengths? What would you say were your weaknesses? And how did you develop on those weaknesses?
So my ability to take on feedback was great. A lot of people in general, they struggle with taking on criticism. Mm-hmm. And at that young age, I wanted to learn, right? I just wanted to take on whatever to improve. And these things I was doing without realising. I think also I had great physical attributes. I was quite confident on the ball as well. Like as a centre half, I used to always drive into midfield because I wasn't naturally a centre half. Yeah.
They love
I wasn't a centre half, so like
I
was just comfortable just picking up the ball and running with it. Do you know what I mean? Obviously quite aggressive as well at that age. Like at that age, for some reason, back in my day, everyone wanted to barge each other off the ball and stuff. Like especially coming from like the street football, like
big guy,
like weights,
the
like,
massive big turn.
Yeah. And then you clip it, you get the clip, you clip it up. Yeah, lost 5-0, but barged the man off the ball. It's fine.
Shirt on the floor as well.
barged him off the ball. It's fine, man. Let's calm down here. Still played well.
Did the job, yeah.
Yeah. Weaknesses for a tall player, and a lot of guys struggle with this now because I didn't play much Sunday League, and I was very much like sugar-coated in academy. I never used to have to jump to head of the ball if I even had to header, because
Didn't like it.
the ball was always on the floor. Like, it was pretty football, innit? Technical football. So when it comes to times where I used to play up, or we used to play against teams that weren't academies and used to hit in the air, I was like, oh my, I got a header, bro. And first of all, how'd I even jump?
Step one.
Exactly, because I've never even jumped. And obviously, when you're a tall player, it comes with a different struggle, because you walk in, you've got that presence, right? And everyone feels like, yeah, I've got to, like, this guy's a big bully. Like,
Yeah, he's mean.
he can header. And
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, headering is not for someone that looks like me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the balls as well, like the meat, whatever they're called, meter balls. When they're soggy as well.
Yeah. I don't think headering's a black man sport as well. Yeah, I don't think.
I never liked it anyway. So. I used to get this. I didn't know how to. At some point, I used to header like.
Yeah. Bro, I tell you, one game I was so bad at headering, like, it exposed me. It exposed me. One game I got exposed. I'll be honest.
Go on.
Headering, bro. The ball's in the air, and I'm just like, the striker's jumping, and I'm mistiming it, bro. So after that, yeah, every other thing, I could tell they were targeting me, and every other header,
They
I was
clocked.
like, oh my days, I was panicking, bro. I was like, please, just get the. I'm gonna stop this. I'm gonna stop the whole game. Get the ball on the floor, because I can't header. Okay.
Yeah.
But
They
yeah.
clocked on though.
Yeah.
And in terms of like your matches as well, you said obviously you played against Cat 1,
Yeah.
Cat 2, teams that weren't Cat, right? What was kind of the top of the range and the bottom of the range in terms of that?
Chelsea
Yeah?
and City.
Were they good back then?
What?
City.
They were Man City had Phil Foden, some striker called Tyrese Campbell, a midfielder called Domingos Quina.
I remember Quinn at FIFA15. I remember.
Yeah, bro. Who else did they have? They had a centre half. Now I think he's at Swansea. Who else did they have? They just had players on players, bro. But Phil Foden.
You had to defend him.
Bro, I had to play left back one time, and that guy was absolutely ridiculous. They had Sancho.
He was, yeah.
Yeah,
He was.
absolutely. Phil Foden was absolutely. I'm sorry, I'm just getting trauma.
Give him a minute, guys.
Wow. What a player that. Yeah. Chelsea.
They had everyone pretty much.
Oh, Chelsea. Playing against Chelsea was just stressful.
Were you centre back, left back?
Centre back. Players left, right, and centre. Like, even one of my friends who got released and he came to Norwich from Chelsea. Yeah, the talent there was just dirty. I never stopped trying to get into Chelsea. They come to watch me at Brent, and if I ever went down to Chelsea, bro, oh my gosh, I support Chelsea, innit?
Yeah.
But that talent there at Chelsea was absolutely dirty, absolutely dirty. At the time, they're like Martel, Taylor Crosdale. I think he's playing for I think he's Conference South. I don't know where he is at the moment. Very good player at the time, still is. They just had players on players, man. Reece James was obviously my year.
Yeah.
Obviously, sometimes I'm 99, so I think I used to play like against their 99 sometimes. Or like the De Silvas and that, who were great. They had so much talent that I can picture their faces, but everyone was just good.
Yeah.
Everyone was just good. It was a long day, man.
Rough.
Long day.
And on the other side of the spectrum,
Yeah.
you play any like Sunday League teams as Cat 1 or like Step 4, Step 3?
Any
How
Sunday
does it
league
work?
step 4. Those teams weren't really like
Youth.
challenging. They weren't really challenging, to be fair.
There's a difference though, and it catches you out how they play because you're used to, like you said earlier, ball on the floor, ball neat football, but you're not used to bobbles and.
What Cat 4 teams and that?
When you were in your academy, like the teams that didn't
Yeah.
play how you thought they'd play.
Yeah, more direct teams is always difficult. Because like you said, it catches you off guard. Again, you've got to work on things that you don't usually work on. Obviously, I used to work on headering in training, but you only get practice from being in the situation. Well, proper practice anyway. That did catch me off guard sometimes. But I wouldn't say I struggled. It was more so some teams are more physical. I was physical, but your whole team has to be physical
Yeah.
in order for it to work. Or know how to get physical. So sometimes it was challenging, but I wouldn't say those lower teams were harder to play against at all.
Okay. Because sometimes like people are used to one certain style of play, and then when they get caught out, they lose. This like they lose their compass pretty much.
I think that was the case. It wasn't the case of us, but we had one style of play, and because a lot of coaches came from Tottenham, and Tottenham was very tidy, like on the ball, like core skills and passing out from the back, which done me so much good to this day. So we had one way of playing. Didn't really used to watch opposition. But I think when a team tried to like be aggressive, sometimes we struggled. I wouldn't say we struggled much.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
You got them sorted then?
Yeah, to a certain extent. Maybe I've lost my memory, but I'm sure people have something to say.
It's up to them to decide.
Yeah. You decide. Yeah.
And it's alright if you. Sorry. Yeah, just move the thing a bit to the. See your faces like on it. Cool. Play. All right. Yeah. And in terms of QPR as well.
Yeah.
How you were there for a couple of years.
Yeah.
What was it kind of like being there? Because they obviously had a lot of players come through. Also in the first team as well. You know, they had, I think, Tarat at your time.
Yeah. He was in the first team. Yeah.
Yeah.
They had bare players on them.
Took notes from them.
Yeah. No, I actually didn't see him play like that. I didn't see him train because there was 2 training grounds, academy side and then the first team side. So that's why we didn't really get to mix with them a lot. But in terms of what it was like at QPR, it was good, to be fair, at the start. Made a lot of friends there, first of all. The training was it was good. I was comfortable there. Mm-hmm. Although when I got to first year scholar, I did struggle a lot with the transition from school. Because remember, we didn't really get time off. Like, everyone has that time off from GCSEs.
Like September to...
We got like a week, and it was
back in.
To work, bro, to work. I'm getting paid now, like, I've got a job, do you know what I mean? And I struggled with that transition.
What job do you do?
Nah, football. So, football's a job.
I thought you were like, nah. Sent in the coal mines.
Nah, no Amazon deliveries.
Norwich coal mines.
Nah. So straight to football, and we're working now. This is a job, we've got to show up.
Full time, yeah.
And it was a shock. However, I knew I was getting that from like, I think I got my scholar at end of year 9. So I got a scholar really, really early. And the time flew. And it was just hard to adapt. You're around men every day. Like,
pause.
Yeah, no, yeah. Look, we're in jail.
We're clipping that.
Yeah, we're in jail. But, like, yeah, you're around, like, literally, like, the same people every day. Can get frustrating. It's quite intense. Long days as well as a scholar, and I struggled with that. I can't. Yeah, I struggled to adapt. Second years, I then found my groove. Had a brilliant pre-season, and I got bloody injured, didn't I?
Yep.
So,
how'd that occur? In game,
and I was actually doing very well. And the fact that I was doing very well in that pre-season probably saved me because that's when I got another contract. So they offered me another year. Because they saw where I was going.
Yeah.
And I was just running down a wing, doing my thing, like driving out from centre half, like I was saying.
Yeah.
We had like J. Manuel Thomas and that playing with us as well. And I fell over and I thought someone tackled me, bro. So I'm turning around like, ref, what you like, ref? Like, what's going on? And my boy's like, Kraig, get up. That's my best friend, by the way. He's like, get up. And then my leg was all floppy and that. And I think it was cramp. I just ruptured my Achilles, bro. And I was down. And I turned to like the coach at the time. His name's Chris Ramsey. I turned to him. I was like, what am I gonna do now, bro? Like, what am I gonna do now? He's like, don't worry.
So yeah.
Yeah, no. And then, I didn't worry. And I was on the sofa for a while, bro. Watching Power.
Yeah. And the thing with Achilles as well, it's a little tube at the back of your leg.
Yeah.
The thing when people snap it, they like report as if someone hit them.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
Like everyone, like I saw this clip of some old man, like there's like trampoline parks.
Yeah.
He was running up the thing. You could hear a snap, and he thought his daughter like kicked him or something. He's like, "What are you doing?" And it was just flopping out.
Apparently, someone heard it go. I didn't hear it go, but literally, I thought I got taken out. Like someone clipped me.
Yeah, because it's like all the pressure up here just untangles.
Bro, I'm like, what's going on, bro?
Yeah.
I'm like, what's going on? Really weird experience. Had an operation a week later. got it quite fast. And then that's when I started taking just fitness in general really serious.
Yeah.
That was the turning point.
What do you think led to it? Was it just like wear and tear, or was it maybe like fitness, you didn't warm up or something? Or
Nah, because it happened in the last 5 minutes of the game, which was a piss take. But I could have been running for the bus and it happened, so I prefer it to happen on a football pitch. So I think that injury was inevitable anyway, like it was going to happen at some point. I don't know why. There was no explanation. And I ruptured my Achilles higher up than usual. So there was no really explanation to it. I'm happier that it happened on the pitch, not anywhere else.
Yeah, you got proper help. And everything.
Yeah.
And they know it happened in game, so
yeah. Oh shit, yeah.
You weren't bamboozling about or nothing.
On a power league or something. Yeah.
What are you doing in power league, mate?
Yeah, like literally. Yeah.
And in terms of injury as well, because let's talk about life off the pitch when you're injured. Because, like you said earlier, it was your full-time job. It is your life.
Yeah.
Now you're unemployed, pretty much. Like if you're injured, you can't play, you can't train as much.
Yeah.
What were you doing all this time?
So obviously, luckily, I'm on contract, so I'm getting paid.
Obviously, but you can't do the thing you love. So.
Exactly. What was I doing? I was watching Power, man. I was watching Power. Like at that age, because it was like age where I'm still maturing as well. So that I'm 17. It was a strange age to get because I'm now starting to go out with friends, and I just got halted. I think I had a busy summer. Like, do you know what I mean? Like I was going out with I had a few circles at the time. You're then starting to mature. You're then starting to find yourself. So for that to be halted, I was just I couldn't wash myself, bro. My mum had to help me wash because I can't navigate my way around.
Can't move your ankle.
Yeah. So I took a step back, and I was so grateful for the ability to walk once I could walk. Because I had to learn how to walk again. Part of my rehab was to learn how to walk.
Let alone run.
Exactly. I had to go to the swimming pool, learn how to walk. I've spent a lot of time with the physio. You're literally building yourself back up, bro. You're like a baby, bro.
Yeah, no, that's true. Like, start from the beginning.
Literally, bro. Had to get picked up. Had to rely on people picking me up. Yeah, looking back, it was actually mad. Because it was such a slow process, but the consistency was so key.
Yeah.
Put on weight a bit. And then mentally, you're just you're used to kind of being by yourself, isolated. So then when you're with the team, it's much better. But then in the back of my head, did I panic? No, I didn't really panic because I knew I was getting another contract.
Yeah, and that's the thing as well. Like with big events like this that happen, it kind of wakes you up off the pitch as well. You realise, obviously, your mum stayed with you. She helped you.
Yeah.
She was with you.
Yeah, exactly.
But some people, maybe they weren't. They just, my boy's at QPR, and when he's injured, who is he?
Yeah. You do get a few comments from family. Oh, what's he gonna do now? What's he gonna do now?
What's the plan?
Yeah, he's gonna go on
I want to
road.
retire soon.
Yeah. And then later in life, you've got to think those comments are not needed, bro. That's negative shit. You don't. Yeah, because in that case, it doesn't. People on the outside think when you get injured, that's your career done. It's not that. You do get a second chance. Doesn't mean when you get injured, it's done. It harms it, yeah. But outsiders think, oh yeah, he's got a knee injury. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. So yeah.
Too many people are misinformed as well. They think that, if an injury is end of the world, or it's not. You rehab. Carl, how many months were you out? 5, 6, 7, 8?
10.
10 months.
Yeah.
And then what? You're back.
You're back, yeah.
You rehab. Sometimes you come back stronger as well.
Yeah.
Because you have habits now that you did from before. You still do now.
I came back stronger because after you get injured, it's not you stop rehabbing. You still have to do your injury prevention. So that gave me that discipline to say I've got to look after my body, and that's when I started to stay fit, love running and being in the gym. That woke me up. That woke me up because I'll be honest. When I was in the academy, I used to work hard whilst I was there, but I wasn't. This is different between now and then, like you just said earlier.
Yeah.
Now you'll see how many one-to-one coaches do you see? There's so many one-to-one coaches, private academies. When I was coming up, there was a few, but it wasn't tradition like that.
Yeah.
So I used to work hard whilst I was at QPR, but away from QPR, nowhere near as much as after I got injured.
Yeah.
I used to do I say pre-season as well. I didn't used to put in work in pre-season. Maybe because at that age I was always ticking over, but I wouldn't say I had a proper pre off season.
That routine and everything.
Yeah, there was probably kids outside the academy working harder than I was, but because I saw myself having a good attitude because I didn't cause trouble. when I was there, I applied myself. But because I only had a mother as well, that attention to what you're doing off the pitch as well, like in terms of are you training away from the pitch and who you're training with. Because I was training, but who you're training with.
That matters.
And the purpose of what you're doing, that wasn't there. And it wasn't because I was one of those guys that didn't care. It was more so the awareness, which is a challenge as well.
You need that as well, like to see what the winners or what the people doing it right are doing.
Exactly.
And you take notes. Because if you're the first, especially like you said, in your family or in your, local area or whatever, to be at that level, who do you look up to?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And in terms of looking up to people as well, who do you say kind of like helped keep you in place? Like, not humble you, but show you the proper direction, because you could get carried away. A lot of footballers, we're going to talk about this later as well.
Yeah.
When they're young, you have your tracksuit, you have your, you leave early for school.
Yeah.
Some people build up an arrogance,
Yeah.
and they think, I'm the academy guy. Who kept you grounded?
So the thing is with me, right? I remember when I went to a tournament and it was like in Spain and City was there, Barcelona was there, and Sancho's dad actually come up to me, and obviously he saw me playing. He's like, bro, you need to believe in yourself a bit more. Like when you're driving forward, stay forward sometimes. Like believe in yourself. And he's got like a Jamaican accent, so that really touched me.
Yeah.
And my problem was not being arrogant enough, or not having an arrogance about me at that age. Because remember, like for me, coming from a background that's not necessarily masculine, I didn't have anyone to like gas me up. A lot of these players have people to gas them up and remind them who they are. So I had to build that brick by brick myself. So I'd say, what's the question again?
I mean, who kept you kind of like
my mum,
grounded? Yeah,
my mum. It had to be my mum, because there wasn't really anyone else that understood football. She didn't really understand it myself, but she wasn't strict at all. But she had certain morals in place, and she just used to lead by example. The way she acts, I have her temperament as well. Very calm, very relaxed, very open, kind. I like to think, right?
Yeah.
And that shows in my personality. Like I wasn't, for some reason, especially coming from where I come from, I was really level-headed. Maybe because I was the only child, I'm very observant as well. Never used to say much. Depends who I was around.
You mould yourself based on...
Yeah, I'm quite a chameleon, like...
blend in.
Yeah, but because of my ability to observe situations and I was quite... I'll use the word humble, but humble because I didn't really have much. So I understood the value of things.
Yeah.
I know it sounds like a cliche story. Like I didn't struggle. Maybe my mum might have, but I didn't struggle, first of all. I might have experienced it.
Doesn't affect you as much as others.
No, because someone always found a way to provide for me. So I'm not going to claim struggle. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. The streets killed me.
Yeah. If it weren't for this, I would have been on the streets. I would have been in jail. I would have been dead. All that story, that stuff. Nah, man, I can't claim that. Other people around me might have experienced that, but in terms of, I might have seen it happen. But things always fell into
Worked
place.
out in the end.
Yeah.
That's for me as well. Like, because I'm obviously from London.
Yeah.
Southwest London. So.
Yeah.
I grew up in like Kansas State as well. So, holidays. When Loughborough I'm off, I go back there.
Yeah.
And I grew up in like the blocks.
Yeah. From the block, bro.
From the old block. Yeah. So obviously I had that as a thing as well.
Yeah.
And people around me were struggling, but my parents, they always found a way somehow.
Exactly.
So even though I was free school meals and all that, but the effect didn't hurt me as much compared to some other people. So
exactly.
I don't try and not drag it, but like
But even if you ask my mum now, she'll be like, no, you didn't. We didn't struggle.
Yeah.
Nah. But we're not like that. We don't claim. Some people do struggle. So what I think is struggling is not having anything to eat. You know what I mean?
Many people don't have that.
Exactly.
The ones that struggle, they don't talk about it.
Exactly.
That's
exactly.
the not funny thing, but
most
it's
of
the
time.
true thing.
Yeah, most of the time. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can't tell.
Yeah.
As well, like they say, I'm fine.
Yeah. Nowadays, I think a lot of the struggle culture is getting more popular, and we have to like define what is struggle. There's difficulty and there's struggle.
Yeah.
And there's two very different things.
Yeah, and in terms of academies, I want to link this to football.
Yeah.
Obviously, the QPR or other clubs you've been, the academies, you've got people from different backgrounds. You've got people that from the nice area, people from the bad area, people from this, that.
Yeah.
How is it like with you being there, did he stand out, or was there people kind of that struggled, or people that... Because it's a different range of people, isn't it?
So what people don't understand about football, and you can go to any club, like you said, you're dealing with players from different areas, and we're still human. So for me, naturally, as a guy I've always found myself hanging around with people that are a bit like...
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because of my background, I do relate to them kind of people. I don't do the same things as them, but these people are still human. Just because they do certain things doesn't mean they're bad people. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I did have friends who are from certain areas. Should I have been around them certain times? No, but I know them from football, and they're my friends from football.
Innocent, yeah.
That's the difficulty.
It's the football friends, not...
Exactly, but they're football friends, but they also have a life outside of football. They're from a certain area. I can't control how they act. That is a challenge sometimes, especially when I went to QPR, because QPR, you're with players from... And the best players sometimes, they're from the hood, bro.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
They're from the hood. And again, a lot of my friends outside of football they're not on football. That was the difficulty for me. Most people around me weren't on football. Even when you go to academy teams, there's players who aren't actually fully on football.
They're just good.
They're good, bro, but they're not fully on football. The stuff that they're doing outside of football is stuff that,
doesn't match.
Yeah, bro. It's just tough, but sometimes I can't blame them.
Yeah.
There's some people that, I'm like, you should have done better. There's some people I'm like, you generally don't have much, and there's no one else. You're around that area. I was around the area, so I find it hard to really sympathise with some people, which is a difficult thing. Because I think I put out a video one time that got a lot of traction, and I was just like, oh, how can academy footballers be on the streets at the same time? And I took it down because I was like, hold on, I'm from that exact situation. But the reason why I did put up in the first place was me and my best friend now, we're from like Northwest 9. My actual circle was full of distraction, but I had the control not to go down that route.
It's tough as well to...
Yeah, and I had less than some of the guys that were on roads. Like, a lot of the guys had the latest crepes, latest clothes. I didn't have that. So in my head, bro. So in my head, I'm thinking, hold on, like, surely you guys are just following, right? I've had people try and influence me, but I knew where I was going. So at the time, I just put the video out there, but I was like, the way I articulated it was wrong, because everyone's situation is different in my eyes. I don't know what their situation is at home as well.
Yeah.
But I just feel like when you're in academy, people fight so hard to be in academies. They do anything, bro. They'll pay for trials. They'll pay people they don't know to get in academies. You've got to make the most of it. But environment is very, very difficult. It's difficult. Like, some players, they don't have the control I had. I think it's a blessing. The control I had, honestly, is a blessing.
Safety.
I don't know how. I don't know how I stayed. I don't know. Like, I know how, because I know who I am, but I don't know how I didn't ever entertain
the idea of
fast money.
Yeah.
Like, even having... Because there's an aura that comes with it. At that age, there's an aura, and I don't
full
know...
tracking.
Yeah, like, but even off the road, like, being, like, going to the streets and being someone, there's an aura that comes with that, and it never entertained me.
Yeah, no, me neither. So I remember I used to, like, all the kids in my area, like, when I was year 5, year 4, I used to, like, be friends in the middle school, but whenever they invite me, come over to my house, nothing, I'd say
nah.
Because that's step one, you're in the house, you're out, love.
Yeah.
Come in, and then you ever seen this before? And then and it starts like that. And most of them now as well, like, not that I'm making fun of them saying they're this or that, but they're either out of school, unemployed, or in prison. Like, first it starts stealing bikes or stealing footballs, and then it goes worse as you get older.
Learned behaviours, man.
Yeah,
Learned behaviours.
My parents were the ones as well who told me, like, don't mix me, For all it takes was one step, and they were right.
Yeah.
At the time I was angry, I'm guessing probably, maybe your parents or mum or whatever, she was like, be careful, this. At first you were angry, weren't you? You're like, Mum, they're my friends, That was with me, but...
I wouldn't say I was angry, because I knew. So what
I
used to do, what I used to do is I used to learn from other people. So I knew if you do that, and that, he's gone to jail. So what am I going to do?
How old are you then, though?
Probably like 15. When it started, 14, 15, when people around me started to do, like, and these are my close friends. They're like, I'm going, it starts with school stuff, and then next thing you know,
stealing rubbers and pencils.
No, just like other schools.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, it just escalates, bro. And then each picture you're in, like, you can't be posing in pictures with your friends like that, because they're like, right, you chill with them, man, yeah. And it's happened to me before where people's like, why you say you're not part of them, man, when you're taking pictures of them? And I'm thinking, hold on here, I'm just taking pictures of my friends.
Yeah.
Then I saw how serious it could be, man, because people were out here to prove a point.
They take as they'd happily kill you over nothing as well.
Yeah, they're out here to prove a point.
No mercy.
Yeah. So it's not a joke, man. It's not a joke. And I don't like to see it happen to people who come from the area I come from. Which is why, like, I decided to put myself out there as well, because to show people that utilize your personality, and you never know what can come from it. Do you know what I mean? Like, we can do more. Do you know what I mean? That doesn't mean we don't have to just chase fast money. We can do more.
Let's hope.
Yeah, exactly. But there needs to be people that they can see.
Yeah, there needs one person.
Yeah, it's easy for someone to say, "Oh, this is not good enough." But at the end of the day, we need to be seeing examples, and that's what I'm trying to do. Trying to be an example.
Yeah, that's true. And in terms of back to football now as well, because, like you said, all it takes is one person to make an example, and one good example you could do is play for your country.
Yeah.
So how did that? Because you were at QPR at the time, weren't you? You were young when you got the call up. People usually get call ups when they're, much older compared to when you got it. So how did that come about?
I think one day I was like, you know what? Why don't I try play for Grenada? And then the agent I had at the time, he managed to. I don't know what he did, but he managed to get me in there.
Magic, yeah.
Yeah, and then I don't think Grenada was that serious at the time. Like, it was a bit like, I think I found out I was flying out like the day before, bro. The day before they confirmed it. And I'm going to Florida for the under-20s championships. And going to play for my country was a shock to me, a shock to everyone around me, because it's like, okay, this guy's representing his country now. It's serious stuff, like. And I had never been to Grenada before, so I never used to go on holiday, bro. Like, obviously, I never used to go on holiday. I was so used to, like, everyone's going on with my friends. Like, yeah, we're going to Spain tomorrow. We're going back home for like 2 weeks, and I'm like, okay,
Spain, Europe, for what?
I'm staying here. It's hot in London, bro. I need to go on holiday, bro. Come on, man. And I'm going to Florida. I went Grenada first, and then I landed there. And you land there, and we were there for like 3 days, and we didn't know when training was. It just ducked us at the hotel, yeah. And then no one knows when training was, so we're just there.
Tourists.
Yeah, bro, I'm just there in the hotel. I tried to go to the beach, and there was dogs by the end of the beach barking at me. I said, and they could tell I wasn't from Grenada. And I saw the dogs had a Grenadian accent, bro. And I was running, bro. It was like Temple Run. The map was like Temple Run, bro. And I was running, bro. I said, nah, bro. I see lizards. I was like, bro, get me back to London, bro. Get me back. Went to Florida for the championships. And it was great because I was able to mingle with Grenadians, actual Grenadians, like, and experience my culture and who I am, where I'm from.
It's different. Exactly. London Grenadians to Grenada.
Yeah. And again, the football out there was quite eye-opening, because some of them they have potential, but there's not a lot of opportunity out there. You either have education, you study in Cuba, or you get a break in America. Do you know what I mean? And obviously for them to see a standard of someone coming from England, because that's one of the first crop, I think it was good for them as well.
International, yeah.
Yeah, and obviously for the Grenadians there, it was good for them to see the standard of someone coming from England. And I kind of took up that role. When I was under 20s, I took up that role of being like, let's say the best on the team. And I took it in my stride, and I was playing against Jamaica, countries I didn't know who existed, Aruba. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was great, man. It was great. I don't think QPR were best pleased that I wanted to go for some reason at the start, which was a hurdle.
Yeah, you were a scholar back then, weren't you? Or
no, so I was 19, so I was first year pro.
Was it like with the 21s, I'm guessing? Or?
Yeah.
Okay, so because it's different, 21s compared to first team football.
Yeah.
The timings are different for like international and club. So.
Yeah. No, actually, no, it was normal international break. Actually, no, this one, the championships wasn't normal international break.
It's like AFCON, bang in the middle. Like
it was like, I think it was October I went. I don't know if it felt actually in international break, but it didn't really matter because 21's football schedule is a bit different.
Yeah, so how did you kind of balance club and international? Because did you play as often for Grenada? Because are they in many like tournaments or?
So they've got like the Nations League and stuff. So after the championships, I ended up getting called up to the first team for Grenada, and I made my debut against Puerto Rico. And I was flying to Grenada 4 times a year, bro. And
business class.
Business class, bro. Economy with my big legs, bro.
Chucked you in the back.
Shit. Huh?
Chucked you in the.
Yeah,
the smallest seat possible.
Economy, but sometimes we used to beg them like, yo, can you get me to premium economy? Those journeys are long to the Caribbean as well, like 10 hours, like so long. But we travelled in a big group, and that's when I started meeting more senior players, and it was so different to the under 20 because I wasn't the best there. Do you know what I mean? And off the pitch matters so much because the banter's all different. Like you're the youngest there as well, so
you take all the hits.
Yeah, I took all the hits, bro. I took all the hits. But they were fine with it. Once I was getting called up all the time, they were fine. It was great exposure. It was good for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were your family proud as well, you know? My little boy is representing our country.
Yeah, they are. Like, my mum's not openly like, you get some mums that are like, oh, my son.
Yeah.
It's not my mum's style. She's very much refined.
Yeah.
So I think that was a difficulty for me as well because sometimes a lot of players have, that's what I keep going back to, is a lot of players naturally have people that gas them up. I didn't really have that. Do you know what I mean? My circle, they weren't really footballers like that.
Good job.
Yeah. Good job. This guy plays for Canadian, though. Yeah. All right, anyway.
I've never heard I'm proud of you or this.
I've heard it.
Like,
No, I've heard
good
it.
job, but
I've
not
heard
as
it.
much.
But not as much as like, some dads as well, they're like, my son's going to be the next big thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I didn't really have
Grenade
that.
and Mbappe.
Yeah, literally. So I didn't really have people to gas me up. That's what I struggled with. Because a lot, especially like, I know you spoke to a few fighters as well. They have, their whole team is around them for a reason. Like,
get the morale up.
Them. Yeah, like to remind them who they are.
Yeah.
But we'll go into that later in the chat because that's what I think that affected me as well.
Yeah, and in terms of obviously international, we talked about that Grenada, the Gold Cup as well.
Yeah,
that's a big one.
Yeah.
Talk to us about that.
So this one's a mad thing. Gold Cup, I got selected. I was there for like a week. But at the time, man, when I first got released from QPR, I received some like bad news. Like I had a family member that obviously they died. I got told they were going to die from cancer.
Yeah.
This was like the week. I think 2 weeks before I was getting released, and it all happened so fast. So I didn't process I was getting released because of what was going on. Yeah, what was going on in my life. That wasn't the most important thing at the time. So it was only until like a year after I started to process that. And I think at the time, and I think it really messed with my head as well, playing football, and the pressure got real as well because I then got released. I wasn't at QPR come the Gold Cup. So when I was going to the Gold Cup, it was more so I've got to make it. Like I've got to make it. It's make or break. I feel I also received some other news as well. I ended up leaving, bro, because in that environment, remember it's very intense. And I didn't feel like I had anyone to speak to. I didn't know what I was going through myself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, like, I ended up speaking to the captain when I got into London. He's like, bro, you should have just spoke to me. And I was like, bro, I didn't feel like I had anyone to speak to. And because of the news I received and all of that, I was like, bro, I was not in the headspace, bro. In the Gold Cup, I was 21. I used to pressure myself because I made my debut at 19. I thought I had to be the best playing at 19, not realising I'm moving ahead of time here. And with everything else happening off the pitch, that delayed trauma, everything that was happening, I think that messed me up. And the Gold Cup, I don't think it was the right time for me.
I feel like you rushed into it.
Not rushed into it, but had I had a bigger support system, I feel like things would have been different. I didn't have none of that, bro. Like really and truly, like, remember, like, we've got our mums and that, but our mums are like, it's different.
Only do
they
so
can do
much,
a certain job. I didn't feel like I had anyone to speak to that could relate or understand me. Do you know what I mean? So sadly, ended up leaving. But I had made a whole bag of appearances before, so it was fine. Like, I've still played enough for Grenada. But the Gold Cup, I stayed for like a week, and then I don't know, man. I didn't really.
Do you think that it was because in the heat of the moment, you maybe made that decision, or was it just like everything from the past? It just built up to that.
I think at the time I received, so when I was out there, I think I received some news as well. But I think at the time, once I get an idea in my head, I very much stick to it, unless you can talk me out of it with like a actual reason,
data and everything,
that makes sense, or like. So I think once I had that idea in my head, I just stuck to it, and I was like, bro, I got to leave. Like, it was a mad feeling. Like, I was like, I need to get out of here, bro. To get out of here.
Forget about it,
yeah. I need to get out of here, bro. And it was crazy because that's a major tournament. The first tournament we qualified for in 9 years, the first major tournament. And the fact that I felt like that, I don't really regret it because I knew how I felt in this at the time. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I try to be there for other players now, whether it's via TikTok.
Whether you went through,
Yeah.
And in terms of, that's obviously one big hit as well, on top of the news. And being released from QPR as well, that's another big hit.
Yeah.
So that's all happened in a short period.
Yeah.
So obviously must mess with your head.
Yeah.
And in terms of the QPR being released, was it a bit more like organised compared to from before, or?
No, not really. Obviously, this is like, I support QPR as well. They're my second team. I don't really have bad feeling, anything bad to say about anyone there. But they do tell you that, we don't know.
Give you hints
for a while, like we don't know. We don't know yet. And I had an agent at the time. Was he as proactive as I needed him to be? Don't think so. Was I in the best hands? I don't know. Looking back, again, no hard feelings. I don't hate any of them because
it's the truth.
It's just a job, innit? It's just a job. And I'm not here digging people out at all. Like, I'll still speak to them to this day. Like, it'll be nothing. Like, I don't look at things like that. But I think where I was and who I was around, I don't think it was the best at the time. But then when they did say it, I think I found out through my agent at the time. And obviously we knew, and a whole batch of us knew. We didn't really play under 21s as well.
Yeah.
Like, there were so many players that were signed. We didn't really play. I went out on loan to a non-league. And it was step 3, so it was good level. But I didn't understand why was going. Because that's what I'm saying, the difference between now and back then. And back then's only like 3, 4, 5 years ago, yeah?
Not much, yeah. A lot happened in that 4 or 5 years.
Exactly. Now, I think now players understand the importance of going out on loan to non-league. Like, when I was at Wingate, and when I played against Brentford, their players were asking, like, how do I get a loan and that? And I was surprised. I thought players just wanted to stick in academies, but now there's more awareness of going out and playing men's football. And when I went down to Basingstoke, I played really well. Did I want to be there? No. But had I known the importance of doing it, then my mindset would have changed. I would have stuck it out. I would have been consistent. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, they recalled me. And from there, that was it.
Yeah, and then you went on a little tour as well to multiple clubs, international as well. So what made you want to step out England and go kind of elsewhere? Was it just you were not desperate, but you just wanted to play, or what was it?
Remember what we're talking when I got released was like 2020-ish, right? So you know what happened 2020? Like COVID.
The big C.
COVID.
Yeah.
And I weren't really focused on that, but it was an obstacle. Like, I lost 2 years of my career and life. I went to Paris FC. No, first of all, when I got released from QPR, I went to Hendon.
Okay.
And I was playing well. I didn't understand, again, non-league. What is this? Like, is this Sunday league, bro? Like, I was playing well. But I didn't understand, if I do this, and this is where I could be. Now players have that roadmap. If you play 20 games and it's made clear, it's common knowledge, this is a great level. Yeah, this is better than where you're playing academy. You can go to here. I didn't know that, so I wasn't invested, bro. I started losing interest in that. I went Paris FC, which is a good, stable club.
Yeah.
Bro, I flew out, yeah. I had to fly back the next day. When I flew there, they're like, their players tested positive for thing. I went to France to buy a charger, bro, and I flew straight back.
30 minutes in.
Literally, bro. I couldn't even sleep on the plane. Once you know Paris here, once you go to Paris, the flight's like half an hour, bro. And I went all the way there just to buy a charger and fly straight back.
Did they at least reimburse you, or?
I didn't pay for it. The agent I had, I still speak to him. He's from Switzerland. He's French. Really nice guy. That's why connections matter.
Yeah.
And he was serious. Like, the teams he had, teams were suggesting, was great. So I tried Paris FC. I had my mentor with me, Mark. Mark's a guy, he's not even working in football, but he's a guy that, he's like a community man, and he
trusted.
Yeah, he was my mentor at the time, still is. Great guy. He went with me. Really great guy, Mark was. Like, he was the guy I was liaising with.
Yeah.
And I had to fly back. And I think some things are all about timing. You know, I couldn't help that. But had I had the opportunity to be on that pitch and play a game, I think things would be so much different. Do you know what I mean?
And then what happened after Paris then?
I went back to non-league for a bit. Again, when you do that though, your mind's all over the place. You're not really focused just on non-league. You're like, could I get another? You'll talk to agents. You're like, yeah, this was on the horizon. And then these agents, yeah, this ain't a problem, by the way. They'll call you, yeah, and they'll be like, yeah, I booked your ticket in 2 days. Can you go? And obviously, like, I've got a little job now. So I'm like, I'm having to drop it on people. Like, yeah, I gotta go in 2 days. Is that alright?
I'm in Paris FC cover my shift.
Yeah. Like, I gotta go. It takes me by shock. I didn't even get time to process it. So I went Belgium, and Belgium was it was a bit mad because it wasn't the most organised. But again, I went with my friend. But you're far away from home. It's different. And the money that they're gonna offer is nothing. Like, that's what people don't understand about abroad. Paris FC is a different story because that's a proper club.
Yeah, Paris.
Yeah. But a lot of the other clubs, when you first go abroad, and if you can afford to go abroad, that's a privilege. Because sometimes they're offering you a wage that's below £1,000 a month. And I've already got bills now. I've got bills. Got an A class and that.
Yeah, stuff to do.
Yeah. And to go abroad is a privilege. That's when I thought about it. Like, some people on the outside are like, why don't you just go abroad and play? Like it's easy. Like, some, and it's not a bad thing. A lot of kids have the ability that their parents pay for everything, or like
privilege, yeah.
Yeah, and if they're not rich, but their parents can cover them. Like, if they're living at home, they are living at home. Like, a lot of people think because I'm living at home, I'm living at home. No, I'm house sharing. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I'm house sharing.
You're contributing as well. You're not just.
I have no choice because
you have to.
Yeah, it's not me like, oh my god, he's a great son. Oh, I have to do that. Yeah, this is how we get along. This is how we get around. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you see the wage there, that's a bit demoralising. And sometimes it's just not realistic for certain players. Like, yes, football is, I work so hard to do it, but it's not, for example, I'm not a player like, you see like the Kantés and that come over from a country where they already had nothing anyway.
They're used to it, yeah.
Exactly, so they have nothing to lose. I've got stuff to lose now, I've got built, life's getting real now, getting 21, 22, life's getting real, okay? Yeah. This is not the movies where, oh my god, just go abroad and like, football's your life.
Magically find out.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that. Like, oh my god, don't pay your bills. Like, yeah, it doesn't work like that. I've got my mum to support. I want to get that message out there, innit? Like, not every player is able to just pick up and go abroad. And if you can, and you're able to keep going on trial, you are very privileged. Do you know what I mean? And like, you can't just tell players to go abroad. It doesn't work like that. It has to be realistic. It's got to make sense. And a lot of players do that, and they come straight back to non-league because they go to a country that makes no sense to go to.
They don't get anything about it. Yeah.
It's got to be a roadmap. Like, there was a country that I wanted to go to, and obviously I've played against a few countries with Grenada, and I asked the guy like, "Oh, what's the league like?" And he's like, "Bro, you playing non-league is so much better than you coming out here."
Truth, yeah.
But some players they chase the pro contract, but it makes no sense. You still you could be focusing on a career away from football and playing at a decent level in England. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's my opinion. Like, some countries make no sense to go to, and that's no disrespect, but the leagues in England here are very high level.
Yeah, you've seen it as well. You've been in this country, so you have the right to talk about it.
And they keep improving. The leagues in England keep improving. The standard keeps going up because there's more money. You're getting players that play in the league playing step 3. So
even here, I think they were step 4 last year. This year, they're step 3.
Yeah. What, Loughborough? Yeah.
Yeah, Loughborough men's.
Wow.
So the first team. So that says it all. Yeah, if a uni's step 3, then
yeah.
And they're good players as well. They're like ex-Chelsea, ex-this, ex-that.
Oh shit! Okay.
So we're talking business here.
Yeah.
And in terms of Belgium as well, how long did you spend there?
It was on. I think I flew there at a certain period and I flew back. I don't know if that was to do with COVID. I can't remember. I weren't best comfortable out there. Don't get me wrong. The Belgian players and the some that coming from France, they're the best people, bro. So funny, bro. So funny. Get a lot of Algerians out there as well. Yeah, are you Algerian?
Yeah, yeah. My people.
Yeah. Very technical players as well. But they're funny people off the pitch, like funny, like relaxed, like
laid back.
Yeah, but they're there to play football, but like they're different.
People as well. They're not robots.
Yeah, they're different to English players, like, and they all come from a certain background where they've not had much as well. Do you know what I mean? So you can relate to them. I think who was the coach as well? He used to play for West Brom. I forgot his name at Belgium.
I'll edit it in somewhere.
Yeah. I forgot his name. But yeah, he was cool as well. Like, people are cool. It just didn't make sense. I wasn't confident. I knew my situation.
Yeah.
I knew it wasn't sustainable.
Fair. And that's the thing as well with, like, just a quick note as well on, like, France and Belgium, that kind of area. It's very similar to street ball, how when you were younger, when you talk about, because they all just play, flat pavement, goals.
Okay.
That's where they get all the technical skills from. So that's why it relates to it. And let's talk about now mindset as well.
Yeah.
Because obviously, it's an important thing as a footballer.
Yeah.
If your feet are sharp, your mind needs to be sharp as well. Yeah. So, in terms of the kind of setbacks and the kind of stuff that happened to you, how do you kind of stay strong and, you know, not crash out, but like know your focus, know that I have to do this and that?
Well, with mindset, I feel like that was the... See, there's a lot of stuff I didn't realise when I was young. So, you know, like things like anxiety, especially like... Why am I... Back then... I'm not older.
4 years ago.
Yeah, back then. But even when I was coming up like 13, 14,
Yeah.
What was anxiety? I didn't know what anxiety was. Maybe I'm just nervous. Why am I this nervous guy?
Yeah.
But I was suffering with anxiety, bro. I was suffering with anxiety that used to put me off certain games. You can think yourself into a bad game.
That's true.
Before it happens. Especially the night before. You can think yourself into a bad game. Now, for me, I think it was dependent on environment. If I was around an environment where I thought, these people love me, they pay me attention, I was comfortable. But when you don't know where you stand sometimes, that's where I struggled. And I struggled a lot with anxiety, and it transferred onto the pitch. I didn't know how to deal with it. I didn't know what it was in the first place.
You couldn't diagnose it.
And it's real life. Like, remember, there's certain players that deal with it by going out and drinking and stuff. Like, everyone, just because certain players don't express it, some players express it in a certain way. They release in a certain way. Do you know what I mean?
Escape, yeah.
Yeah. I struggled a lot with anxiety. That was my biggest obstacle to overcome. Especially being an only child. Again, not many people to speak to at the time. And I was a really good player, right? But that mental blockage sometimes of the thoughts. Every thought you have as a footballer, an athlete, or person in general counts.
Codes into you.
Yep. And they all matter. Like, it becomes your reality. So, with psychology, I did seek help with psychology. I didn't take it serious at the start. We used to have psychologists. I was laughing at all of them. We were all
Back in
laughing.
the class.
Yeah. Like QPR, we had that luxury of having psychology. Didn't take it serious. Didn't know the importance. And again, a lot of players, they weren't... I wouldn't use the word strong enough, but it was kind of seen as weak if you come out and say I'm struggling mentally, or like I struggle with this. Like, not everyone wanted to actually say...
Speak out, yeah.
Exactly. Now it's a bit different. Because everyone understands, and there's more players that actually openly come out and say it. There's players, like tennis players, who've stopped tournaments because they're not mentally ready. It's not weakness, it's just... You have to be...
Being honest,
yeah. So I say overcoming it, I did build a better relationship with psychologists. When I first got released, I actually kept in contact with the psychologist, sporadically to this day.
Occasionally, yeah.
Because I understand how important it is. I understand even stepping into boxing gyms, they do a lot of that themselves. And boxers are the guys you see as masculine, right?
It's more about the mind. 90% of it is self-belief, mind, focus. 10% is physical.
Exactly. So I'll say tapping into that, which... Look, players mature at different ages, right? And I'm not an immature guy, but you mature in different departments, and this is what scouts look for. The mental side, I'd say, took me longer than other players in terms of that swagger about me. But now, as you can see, especially like the confidence to make TikToks, things have changed.
Yeah.
But it took me longer than other players. I'd say it took me till about 22, 23 to really get that mindset. Like, hold on, I'm a good player.
Self-belief, finally, yeah.
Walk around with the kind of... You need a certain amount of swagger, a bit of arrogance as an athlete in general. And that's when I started to mould. And that's why you see certain players making it at different times. What defines a player isn't how they perform at the academy and if they're the best in the team at the time. It's how do you handle the step up. Because that's what matters, right?
Yeah.
And I think, for me, that's where going to play for Grenada, yes, I played well, but nowhere near to my full ability. Sometimes I played well. Looking back, I was watching my other videos and I was like, I thought I played shit, but I didn't play shit. It's just that...
Something's holding you back.
Yeah.
But you didn't know what it was at the time. So.
I think, no, usually, especially Grenada showed me this, when there's other players, like there's players playing League 1, League 2, and I'm like, okay, let me sit back and let them do it, because that's when I stopped playing like myself. I was like, they can do it. It wasn't like me doing it on purpose, but it was like, okay, if I overdo it, they're going to shout at me or whatever, like... They don't tell you nicely. Once you start playing with first team players, which was great for me at 19, no one tells you anything nicely. You make a mistake.
Brutal honesty.
It's brutal honesty. And that's what helps. That's helped to this day off the pitch and my actual job to this day as well. But that's why I think I played within myself. Instead of expressing myself, as we spoke about expression, I played within myself. And a lot of players do it. And it's not intentional.
Yeah. And in terms of being able to express yourself as well,
yeah,
you know, being able to train with your club, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There was a point where you weren't able to train with your club. So that's obviously a big hit. So do you want to talk about that?
What, in terms of going to QPR and being like separated? So this is the build up to getting released, yeah. What some people don't know in football is, and I think it's happening to like Sterling at the moment, like it's happening to train like separately. Like again, like there's a group of us that had to train in the corner, with all the trialists
Hidden.
Yeah, and some of the trialists weren't great, and it was demoralising. We looked at each other, and that's why my best friends are players that I've gone through trauma with, like QPR and like Norwich, because we've gone through those difficult times together, and now we bond through that as well. But that again was demoralising, because you know you're getting released. You're training with the release players. You've got to keep picking yourself up. You've got to keep thinking, what's the point? That's another difficult part of being a footballer like that. When you know what's going to happen.
The outcome, yeah.
And you still have it's your job, so you have to turn up. That was kind of hard to cope with. It's very, very, very demoralising. Very demoralising. But as an athlete, you turn into a robot, innit? If you stop, then
there's no point.
Yeah, there's no outcome if you stop. So yeah.
Yeah, and another big hit as well is off the pitch, because obviously as a footballer, you could be a great footballer, but also it comes down to connection as well, like who you know and what certain people can do for you. Yeah. So I'm throwing all the stuff in here now, but in terms of like agents as well and connections, how important is it to have the right one?
Oh, so with myself, I don't know why I had an agent at like 14, like madness, like
too young,
yeah, like because I didn't have like a dad at all. I used to look at people who I could actually like look up to and trust, because I consider myself someone who's just pure, right? I didn't think anyone's gonna try to do me dirty, or I thought everyone has my best interests, and not to say they might have. We don't know, but that's so important. Who you have around you and who you have encouraging to make certain decisions is so important. So like when I make the skits and that, this is what happens. It happens to certain players. A lot of the topics, like people telling you to go to a certain club because of a reason that you're not aware of. For example, you don't know who's getting paid under the table.
Commission.
Yeah, you just don't know. Like, you don't know the reason of why people are telling you to go to a certain place. Like, even off agents, gaffers will do the same thing. I thought going into men's football that people would just be pure, right? And I always try and treat people with respect and be kind, because that's how I am. That's what I'm used to.
First step, of course.
I don't want to have to go and have arguments with people or confront people. That's just long. Football's hard as it is. But then the players that I was around that actually, called out managers or had chats with them, they didn't hesitate to have a chat with them if they felt something was wrong. I got a guy who was at QPR, and he went further than everyone else, because I feel like people knew they couldn't mess around with him as well.
Stood on business.
Yeah, I was a yes man, bro. Like, you know when they tell you have a good attitude, turn up this time, don't argue back. I was one of them that just took that literally. Yeah, okay, yeah. You know when you go for a trim and your trim's off, and the barber's like,
do you like
it?
Yeah,
like, do you like it? I'm like, yeah. I walk out, I'm like, sake, bro. I was one of them, man. And then what happens with me is I gather so much data. I sit back and I gather so much data. When I do say it, it comes across bad.
Yeah.
When you should, what you should really doing is nipping things in the bud.
Small bits.
Yeah.
Instead of building it up and just letting it go. Yeah.
And then I look like the bad guy on some occasions, right? That's what happens, because I build things up. I don't want to have to confront. I don't want to have. Some people do it to themselves, bro. Like, you treat players a certain way, yeah. And then when they actually come out and say it, there's certain gaffers that will out the player in front of everyone. But there's two sides to every story. Do you know what I mean? And I'm the type of guy that I want to be kind to everyone. I want to be like, just be real with me. I'll be real back with you.
That's the truth, yeah.
But it doesn't happen in football a lot of the time. For some reason, which I don't like, people beat around the bush a lot. They'll tell you one thing, which I get sometimes with gaffers. They have to keep a squad. Like, they don't want to lose
in front of
squad.
everyone, yeah.
Yeah, but they want to lose. They don't want to lose the whole squad. But for some gaffers, it's just like, would you treat your son like that? Would you tell your own son that? No, you wouldn't. But then it's business, isn't it? That's why I don't take it personal, because it's business. And I'm glad that I've realised that at a young age I am, because I don't take any of that personal, which is why I'm able to go out and joke about it. If there's gaffers that are offended, then it's not a problem about me. I wouldn't be able to make the skits if it didn't happen to me. Do you know what I mean?
It's them. Yeah.
It's my story, innit? No one can correct my story. This is what's happened to me. And subsequently, thousands of other footballers.
So you're right.
So,
they agree with it.
And that's what surprised me, because I wouldn't continue doing it if this stuff was me going bonkers, for example.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's the thing as well. Like, even with being around the bush, this is with me as well. Like, it's so, I don't know why, people say England, we're all about this, we're all about that. You can't get an honest answer now. Everyone's just like, maybe. Even with podcasts, like, I'm saying, you straight up, are you coming this day? Yes, no. Some people are like, oh, can you do Monday after?
Let's get it done, bro. Like,
even in school, like, if people, I don't know, I started my other page, something called NH2 MP4, so I do like real life stuff.
Yeah.
So, day in the life, football, this.
Yeah.
There was a clip I did of, I'm not going to get in trouble for this, I hope, but I did a clip of, me in a lecture hall.
Yeah.
Some people were in the background and they didn't like it.
Yeah.
And I put in my bio, any removal request, DM me.
Yeah.
Instead of coming to me saying, Amin, I didn't like this, they went and, reported me this, that. I'm like, speak to me, right? Please speak to me. Tell me the truth.
Yeah.
I'm from West London, not Eton, right?
Yeah,
I could take anything, right?
Yeah.
But people don't do that anymore. They're all scared of this and football and off the pitch.
Yeah.
So
like,
we're a rare breed.
bro, simple. A similar example. Like I do sports photography for fun. Yeah. But I'm trying to build that page gradually. Obviously, making content now is a bit difficult, but in my head it was like, I'm gonna get the camera. I'm not gonna hesitate. What I have to do is get the camera.
Step one.
Yeah, step one. Get the camera. Start taking pictures. It's that simple. It's not like no. You have to get the camera. That's the bottom line.
First move, yeah. What are you gonna do without a camera?
Yeah. But there's some gaffers that will be like, oh, gaffer, like, you haven't put me in a squad. Oh, they say hold up. You know that Stormzy thing, like.
even if.
But what happens? But bro, just tell. Am I gonna play? Yeah. Or do you want me to go find another club?
Binary option.
Exactly.
1 or 0. Yes or no.
And then some gaffers will suggest a team, and the team's in like step 58, bro. Are you taking a piss, bro? Are you taking a piss? Just tell me you don't like. Don't tell me. Tell players. Just tell them you're not my cup of tea as a player. If they can't take that, then they shouldn't be playing football.
It's on them, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But it let people know where they stand, and less arguments will occur. Do you know what I mean? If a player don't rate me, if a gaffer don't rate me, I don't want to be there. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to be there.
Yeah. Look for elsewhere.
Yeah, I go where I'm celebrated.
Exactly,
Do you know what I mean? So it doesn't. That's what frustration on mine. That's what really puts me like I wouldn't say I enjoy football like that because of the off the pitch stuff and the whole business side.
You're pure. You just want to play and that's it.
I want to play, but that's why a lot of people stop playing football. They love football itself, but when you see what comes with football, that's why I respect every football at every level. Because when you see what comes with football,
they put up to all of it behind the scenes as well.
Like you've heard conversations I've had with people, bro. Like they're mad, bro. Some gaffers are mad. Like they a lot of gaffers. And being a gaffer is a hard job, right? But I feel like when you sign up to be a gaffer, you have to have people skills. And a lot of them don't have people skills. They don't know how to communicate.
They just have the paper that says... And
you're dealing with players from different backgrounds. Like, a lot of gaffers could have got the best out of players if they knew how to communicate with people. They just don't, some of them. And they just judge them, like label them. This guy's got a bad attitude. Like I was talking about with like players that come from different backgrounds, like from the street. They've gone through certain things, traumas, learned behaviours. There's a reason why players act a certain way. It's not just for no reason. Do you know what I mean? Like
reason behind it, yeah.
Look at players like Dele Alli. When he finally come out and explained his upbringing, everyone felt sorry for him. But before, everyone just judged him. It's just so lazy.
Pogba as well. I'll admit this on camera. I was probably, 12, 13. When I used to see Pogba do all that stuff with his hair, I used to be, his attitude is bad. Because I just read the news. Everyone likes a bad article. But he was probably going through some stuff. That's his way of expressing himself. Who cares? If you play good.
Everyone's different.
And I fell for that. And I feel bad now, but that's because I was not brainwashed, but young me, I see, newspaper, Daily Mail, you're supposed to trust it, right? Yeah. Now I've come to realise it's all fake stuff.
And even people as well, like even in general, like in football, when I hear a situation, I try and be as honest as possible. This is what I did, and this is what they did. I'll tell you the whole story. I'm not going to tell you one side, because there's two sides to every story.
Exactly.
And I just don't like the whole judgmental stuff that people put on players. When I hear about a player, I never judge them because I'm like, I haven't spoken to this guy. I don't know what he's going through. I don't know I don't know why he handles stuff that way. Some players handle stuff with anger because what they've experienced at home is resolving things with aggression. Violence, for example, some players are laid back or they go silent because that's their way of handling intense situations. But then when people act different ways, some gaffers are, I'm not having that. Or
I haven't seen that style before. So.
And they don't know how to deal with it, so they rather label you and also blacklist you as well. Whether they want to, like, you know, put statements out or like of people that are trying to do well, they don't actually speak to you and understand. Okay, what is going on here? Do you know what I mean?
All it takes is one as well. Like, I hope with me as well, with the whole like lecture thing, I hope that's not a blacklist. Because once they clock on, then every other thing you do, the smallest thing they take out of proportion. Because they're good at that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not saying unis or like these places, high places, they're good at spinning the story.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful always.
Exactly. Because a lot of footballers, you'll be surprised, a lot of them are depressed, bro. Like, I know for myself when I was at QPR, a lot of us were. It felt like a bit of a chore sometimes, man. And having a person that you can relate to speak to was difficult, bro. A lot of us were upset, and even footballers now, that's why I respect them, because I know people see the finished products, but there's a lot of things that they have to go through and handle, man, which is not easy, bro.
Yeah,
not easy at all.
In terms of stuff as well, that if you don't want to talk about stuff that you handled, because a lot of people see you just on the pitch.
Yeah.
They see you playing, they see you defending, they see you
Yeah.
celebrating, all smiles, right?
Yeah.
But that's not the truth.
Yeah.
So what kind of stuff happens behind that people don't see that you want to tell them?
Well, as a player, right, and especially a player like in my situation as well, I had to look for jobs, bro. Like, there was one time, like, I had a family member, he had his own like business, and I was traveling 2 hours from northwest London to southwest, bro, like Wimbledon, for a job that I had not much interest in, but the bills have to start getting paid now. You're in a full-time job. You can't do certain things. You've got to make training as well. So you're going all over the country, bro. I went to Manchester one day for a trial at Altrincham. Drove down the same day, up in the morning, drove there, and drove back after the game. Half injured as well. My knees were messed up.
Yeah.
I couldn't express myself properly, but I was not missing an opportunity. Then I had to be up. I got back at 2 a.m. Had to be up for work. Travel to Wimbledon, 2 hours. I didn't complain though. No one knew I was doing that. No one knew I was doing that.
They didn't see it. Yeah.
Yeah. But I got into like buying, not buying cars, but like good cars. But that was my way of, that was my treat. You know what I mean? So if you look at some people, like, why these players buy these cars? Some of them have a simple life. All they want is something decent, like a car or something.
Satisfaction to it.
It's not the wisest thing, but it's not the end of the world at all. Like, it's not the end of the world for some players.
Yeah.
But that was my expression. Also, you think about your career long term. After that, it wasn't sustainable, so I had to change job. I'm now going to a job in the city by the time I'm like 22. I've got a proper job now. So if you're going to tell me about a game on a Tuesday, I have to know in advance, because my job is taxing.
Plan it out,
Yeah, bro, my job's taxing, and I have to provide results. And at the end of the day, I did have to sacrifice a bit of the season for the greater good, for the long term. Every time I speak to, like, I met people like Anthony Joshua, Pulisic, a lot of like people in the public eye, and the thing that they always talk about is think about your long term.
That's true, yeah.
Now,
it's you, end of the day.
Exactly. And that's the difficulty with then me, because I'm not one dimensional, right? I can do well in different.
Chameleon, like I said earlier.
Bro. Like, even my job, people be surprised I do what I do, but that requires a certain level of attention and energy from me, bro. So when I was playing like Wingate, I was doing this job that was so draining. But the position I'm in now, it made sense. But to balance the two, difficult, bro.
It's hard, yeah.
And first of all, there was a period where I wasn't getting paid after QPR. So when COVID, I wasn't on no furlough. I went Aldershot, I was training there. I went Aldershot, then boom, everything got locked off. I've gone to training, no one's told me.
Straight, just like that.
Yeah, no one's told me. I've turned up to Aldershot, half asleep because I'm driving up there all the time. That's the difficulty as well. So tired. And then boom, everything's locked off. There weren't no furlough. That's when it was like, who am I? Who am I, bro? And that's when I was training the hardest. I was in the greatest shape. It taught me so much.
Yeah.
And I'd say the difficulty is support system as well. That we spoke about.
I said that earlier, yeah. There needs to be, you know what to do. Steps from this to that to that.
And some players, subconsciously, they have the luxury of thinking everything's going to be alright. Me, it's me, or myself, and I, bro. Yeah? So I'm consistently, and I'm an only child, so I'm at home. I've got time to think, bro. I've got time to think myself in situations.
Just you, yeah. No brother knocking on your door, nothing.
Distracted. I've got time to think, okay, if this goes wrong, oh shit, I'm going to end up here. Luckily, I'm quite a positive guy. But I'd say, yeah, off the pitch is like money-wise and how you're going to provide, and you start worrying about X, Y, Z, do you know what I mean?
Life's not free, man.
It's not.
You got bills to pay, you got rent, you got travel costs. Everything.
You start to think, am I behind, or like, travel costs, bro. Getting to games. Getting back, bro. If you're not signed, getting there, getting back, petrol. But when I was going all the shot, I wasn't getting paid. So I had a mentor at the time, the same guy, Mark. He bust me like £20 to get to training, bro.
Petrol money, yeah.
To get to training, which people don't see. Like, because obviously, if I'm going to train with a professional club, they're full time. I can't have a full time job. So it's one I have to put all my eggs in one basket.
Choose one, yeah.
Where's the money coming from, bro? Where's the budget? There was no budget. Yeah, bro, there's no budget.
Yeah.
So all the people that help me, I never forget them, man, because it's all about the process. But these are the things that people don't see. Yeah. And if you've got parents behind you that support you, you're rich, bro. You're actually rich. Like, not rich in terms of like I'm in money wise, but you're rich in terms. You've got that luxury. Do you know what I mean? Big. And I respect parents that go above and beyond for their kids because they need that support, man.
Yeah, because that's the thing as well with like the whole, even me personally, right? I'm talking about myself here, like podcasts and everything.
Yeah.
I've made a penny from it so far. Yeah. But the beautiful thing is, especially at this age, like, I want to try and be humble. I don't need money.
Yeah.
I don't care. I grew up, with nothing.
Yeah.
As long as I'm making experiences, making connections, like I've met so many good people, so many like people connected, like you, this guy.
Yeah.
That's worth more than money.
Yeah.
I could pick up my phone right now and just, if I'm in a certain area, I could call this guy, that guy.
Nice, bro.
It helps.
Nice.
It's better because money, like, you need it obviously for travel and everything, but if you have that covered,
Exactly. Because even when I pray for like, I don't pray for easier life. I pray for tough situations and to be stronger.
Yeah.
And tough situations are happening because every situation that I've described or people see on TikTok, I've come out the other side, bro. And I've got more wisdom to share with others because my purpose in this world might be to help others. It might not be for me to be the guy on the TV, but I might have a mad influence on at least one life out there. Do you know what I mean?
It's more than one is enough. More than enough.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And those tough times, they build wisdom for either you to not make the same decision, or I could have a child, God willing, have a child, and they can't go through any of the stuff I went through or make the same decisions I made because I've read the book. Do you know what I mean? And I've experienced the actual. People giving you advice is a different thing, but people who experience the pain and the emotion,
that's the real one.
That is different, bro. There's two different things. Like, you could take advice from. I always tell people, even if I'm giving advice, if I'm not where you want to be or I haven't gone through the same exact situation, do not take my advice.
Exactly. I want to take advice from
someone who's been there. They don't have to be successful, but if I've been there, the difference between me is I haven't played XYZ professional games. I've been around professional players. I know what it takes. I've been around environments. I've been around coaches. But I felt pain of different situations. I've seen things occur. That's why I'm confident enough to actually go out there and put my 2 cents in. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
So that's another important thing. Like,
yeah, no, it's true. If you experience it, you have the right to talk about it. So.
And you feel it, and you feel what comes with, like, oh, you got released, and or Gaffer's told you this, and how you felt. That's why we're able to laugh about it, because it's like, it is a big joke at the end of the day, like, and it's pain. At the end of the day, what are you gonna do? Sit at home and cry?
It's happened.
It's happened, and there's a reason why it's happened. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and now let's talk about a quick fire Q&A.
Go on. Yeah.
So, kind of rapid fire questions.
Yeah.
So, gonna cover everything. I might catch you out. So, who's the best player you've played with?
Played with? I'm gonna say trained with. Yeah. Obviously, Iberi Eze.
Mr. Nonchalant.
He's first of all, he's really strong, and then his ability on the ball, and his confidence in what he does. He's street football, innit? He's got that swagger. What a player! What a player! There's another player called Glenn Middleton as well. He's at Doncaster now. I was with him at Norwich. Fantastic player. Fantastic player. And there's one other.
Go on.
He doesn't even play anymore. That happens a lot. The
Fell
best.
through the cracks.
Might not enjoy it.
Do you enjoy it?
I think he's gone to America. I think he's in Iceland now. Bilal Kamal. Really, really, really the most natural football I've ever seen in my life.
Where's he from?
I think is he Eritrean? Yeah, I think he's Eritrean. But he's a really good footballer. Naturally bow-footed. Didn't know what foot he was. So good at Norwich. So good, bro. So good, bro.
So many, like, when I ask these questions, best player played with, they list so many players that don't play anymore, that are somewhere like, in Nepal or Iceland or something. Like, it's It's a shame sometimes to see, but
it's all what I told you. It could be I've not actually spoken to him.
Experiences.
Football's not just on the pitch, man.
It's like off the pitch, you don't see it.
It becomes like a lot of players, they don't enjoy it. Do you know what I mean? But in certain aspects, it's the best job to have. Do I think that? No. If I was earning 300k, would I? Possibly. But
yeah,
I don't have the same passion. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And next question is, who's the hardest player you faced?
A player called Charlie Brown. You might not know him. He went from Ipswich, because I used to play against him at Norwich, and he went to Chelsea.
Oh.
And he's a striker, yeah. And his movement was baffling me, bro. Like, he's not the most known, I don't think, but a guy called Charlie Brown, and he is the best striker I've ever played against, bro.
Take him with Foden all day.
Oh, I've ever played against. And there's a guy called Tyrese Campbell. I don't know if he's at Stoke now, but he was at City. I think he's a professional footballer's son. But he was mad strong and fast, bro. Amazing. Them two, amazing. But Charlie Brown, that was levels for me, bro. Checking in, checking out. I'm like, where the hell is this guy, bro?
Yeah.
He wasn't the biggest as well, but he was
nimble.
I don't know what he was, but he was great.
Yeah. And what's the worst pitch you played on?
Worst pitch I've played on. Yeah, we're talking business now. Worst pitch I've played on.
Get the tracksuit on for this one.
Probably QPR's old training pitch. Heston, yeah, their training was just mad. Yeah, their pitch was. Well, I think everyone can agree. I'm not like, yeah, I mean, QPR, my thing. You know what I mean?
You've been there. You've done that.
Yeah. The pitches were dusty sometimes, bro.
And who is the funniest teammate?
Funniest teammate?
Yeah.
Cool, blimey.
Well, the story's coming out now.
Funniest teammate. It's them guys that are unintentionally funny.
Yeah, they speak and you laugh.
Yeah, they just do certain things that are just funny. Like, who's the funny? I think a lot of people are funny. Funniest teammate. Funniest teammate. I don't know, I don't know the answer to that. Yeah.
Plenty jokers.
Funniest teammate. No, but it's them guys that just do funny shit, bro. Like, they're just funny. Like, they'll say hello, or they'll just say a certain thing, and it's just funny, bro. Yeah.
Put any pranks in the change rooms?
QPR was a lot of that, man. A lot of pranks, because we were waiting around all the time in the scholarship years. There was a lot of messing around, but yeah, I don't know. Never actually thought of it. Maybe because I'm too busy being a clown myself. Do you know what I mean?
You add into it.
Yeah. Entertainment.
Cool. And what league has the dirtiest tackles?
What league has the dirtiest tackles? What league has the dirtiest tackles?
Have none of yours get brought up?
No.
You don't crunch people?
No. I've always been like quite a disciplined defender. Like, until this season, I never got yellows. Like, this season I got 2 reds.
Oh.
How'd
that happen?
Yes.
Prefer not to speak.
Yeah, prefer mad little phase, innit? Mad little phase. But until that, I never used to get yellows, innit? But for some reason, this season, I was don't know why, bro. Don't know why, innit? Like, if you touch me, I'm like, what? Are you mad? Like, I don't know why I was moving like that, innit? But dirtiest tackles. I've never really experienced dirty games like that. I think
even all the leagues and everything.
Yeah, I think it's quite overrated. Like, non-league isn't that dirty. It's not that physical. Like, I don't know if it's because of how I play, but it's quite overrated. Like, non-leagues, the physicality, I don't think it's that physical at all. Like, personally, it's not that. No, it's physical, but you know how people overdo it. That it's a massive difference. I don't think so, bro. I personally don't think so. Do you know what I mean?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And in terms of Sunday League, another question here is, what's the biggest wake-up call when you were at Sunday League?
Playing against teams like AFC Wembley. Who had plenty of footballers like my friend Mikel. They had Tyreek Mitchell. So many players. When you just meet a team that are just like they're all in unison. You only play against that team and it's like okay, this is
There's
levels.
Yeah,
this is levels. But when you say wake up call, what do you mean in terms of like?
In terms of your previous experiences and being there now. And kind of seeing like the difference.
The different types of wake up call is I'm too good for this level.
Yeah.
I've got something. Because every time I play, I'm producing. Now, where can I go next?
Mm-hmm.
That was a wake up call. I've got something. Yeah, that was the wake up call. Like, I'm a baller, But yeah.
And 2 more questions. The first one is, what would you tell your 12-year-old self if you were able to speak to him?
It's not that deep. Enjoy the game. Because when you see how certain decisions are made in football, a lot of it is out of the players' hands. Like clubs are looking for players all over the globe. Yeah. Some coaches. Remember, it's opinions. A lot of there's a player that I know didn't get into Norwich on trial, signed for Tottenham, then went from Tottenham to Arsenal, but didn't get into Norwich. Do you know what I mean? So, and then when I went to QPR, I think last year I went back to try and get into scouting, and I understood how they scout, and I was like, it's really not that deep. Like, you just need to enjoy it and do the best that you can. I'd say 70% of things in football you can't control as a player. So just go out there and enjoy it, because again, a lot of parents think, my son's the best in my age group. His age group, he's gonna go. He's definitely gonna make it.
Right to the very top.
Yeah, right. He's going right to the top. That boy, right to the top. It doesn't mean that, mate. Yeah. Settle down. What clubs look for is how you make the step up, because you've seen a lot of players fall off the fringes because it's about how they can handle the transition, what comes of it, all the attention off the pitch, followers on social media. You can't even go out and act like a clown without it being in the papers, bro.
Front page.
My boy that had a crash, and he wasn't even a known name at Arsenal, and he crashed his car. Arsenal star, crashed his fancy whip.
Star boy.
Do you know what I mean? Arsenal star player.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, these are all the things that come with it. It doesn't mean because you're the best in your age group that you're going far, bro. Usually, sometimes it's the guy that wasn't even the best in the age group that makes the career, bro. You know what I mean?
You never know.
You never know.
Especially at that age, like, so many things can quickly happen in a year, or even like 6 months, 5 months.
It's all about what a club is looking for. If a club is looking for someone that can successfully deliver 10 crosses a game so their striker can header it because they know their striker can score, that is why you're in the team. Like, you see players like Harry Maguire, people like to slate him. This guy's an animal mentally, bro. Like, I want to speak to him one day and just like understand how he's overcome all this scrutiny, this criticism. Because what people don't understand, especially the way the game is going in terms of data, every player's in that team for a reason, okay? There's no one in the team and getting paid that much for no reason at all. Yes, there might be better reasons than others, but no one's wasting money, bro. Especially the higher you go, the less people want to waste money. Trust.
You know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Every penny is watched. So
they might make mistakes because everyone does, and they have to make mistakes in front of everybody, okay? Yeah. They don't get to make it behind closed doors like a lot of businesses do. But the way the game's going, everyone's in a team for a certain reason. Okay, and a lot of the football might not be the best to watch on the naked eye, but the effect they're having on the team, the coaches put them in that team for a reason.
Exactly, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And
master your trade.
That's true, yeah. Like, because everyone has a trade.
Exactly.
You know, for some it's football, for some it's talking, for some it's this.
Some it's header. Some it's just headering, winning your headers.
Yeah, exactly.
For some it's making sure that you make sure that you give the ball to Saka, for example. You get the ball and keep delivering it.
You better do that.
Yeah. That's your job, all right? Like, you've been on the sideline and the coach tells you, all right, your job, keep it simple, just give it to your left back, all right? Just all I'm asking you to do is keep it simple.
Nothing more, nothing less.
Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah.
What some players do is they go and try and over-deliver. That's not why you're in the team, mate, all right? I'm telling you, I'll give you one job. Do the job first and build from there.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah, we'll talk about all the other stuff, all the step-overs. Do that later, all right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the final question is, if you were to give one bit of advice to the person watching, right? So, you know, God knows how old they are. They're young.
Yeah.
You know, what would you give them?
It's a really, really, really good question you asked me.
Save the best till
last.
last.
Really good question. What would I say? Okay. Stay observant of situations. Write things down. Write your feelings down. Write situations down. Enjoy the game. Try and enjoy the game as much as possible. Put the reps in off the pitch. This is cliche. Everyone knows this now. But write your sessions down as well. Write how they went. Stay aware of your weaknesses and also stay aware of what you're good at and hone down on that. So if you're good at a certain thing, make that be what you're known for. Okay? Pay attention to who's around you. As you get older, even the stuff your parents say might be wrong. Even your family might say things. And if you have to separate yourself from people because you need the right energy around you. Learn how to communicate. There's so much stuff on the internet now on how to communicate, how to get your point across, and how to articulate yourself. Don't be like someone like who I was, who had a great attitude, but I witnessed things that were wrong, and I let them build up, and by the time I say it, it's too late. I say it in a way that comes across mad. I haven't done that all the time. Even once or twice is enough. But learn how to communicate. Understand that people they don't always have your best intentions. Even if you're a pure person, this is business. You're your own brand. Try and keep a great name, but within reason. You're going to have to upset certain people. You can't please everybody. Do what you want to do as well. Do what you want to do. Do what you want to do. You could take advice on all day, but do what you want to do and do what feels right.
That's everything we need, bro. Thank you. It's been a pleasure coming on. Bro. Appreciate your story.
Anytime,
mate.
Anytime.
So, thank you guys for watching as well. We've got 2 hours of footage, okay? 2 hours of wisdom. It went quick, though.
It went quick. I was just spitting.
Spitting bars. But take all of that. Write down notes. If you need to break down into chunks, break down into chunks. All right. We're here with Kraig, the man.
Gaffer. Remember?
The gaffer.
We ain't got budget. All right.
Yeah. We ain't got budget. But thank you for watching, guys, and take care.
Alhamdulillah. Always. We know Allah. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.